There will be no sneezing on my. There will be no sneezing on my watch.
Uh-oh.
It's a great way to start the stream.
That was actually the first thing that popped.
10 points of necrotic damage per Gryffindor.
Oh no! Wait, what?
What?
How do we get Harry Potter involved?
Hello,
is
ladies
your
and
son
gentlemen.
transphobic? How is the baby transphobic?
I need to put a caution on audio in the first fucking.
Hello, everyone. My name is Swan. Welcome back to another wonderful game of Spelljammer Fall of Lumos.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Swan, but I need to interrupt. You need to adjust your volume for those that are now probably deaf. Hello, everyone. Sorry, go ahead, good sir.
Anyway, so just glad to have everyone back. Thank you so much for sacrificing your wonderful Saturday to be with me here tonight. So, who can tell me what happened last session?
A whole lot of bull.
Pushed your monster into the pit.
I'm going to slide my chair in the direction of Vale for a second. Vale, what happened? You want to talk about it?
What? Why am I on the spot?
I wonder why. Look at your hand.
Must unveil the mystery.
Look at your other hand.
She actually looks at her hand and goes, "What did my hand have to do with anything that happened last week?"
I don't know.
Headhunting
You threw daggers.
led
usually
deeper
do.
down into the depths
right.
of the dungeon.
Swan is annoyed that Vale decided to jump through most of the dungeon without actually doing the dungeon because tiny folks needed help.
Look, this
I'm
is
not
what
annoyed.
happens.
I'm just more impressed
You're
because
just
I was
annoyed.
like, I'll put this later. It's fine. It's okay. We're gonna go find him. Well, that expedited that real quickly. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, if I hadn't, Tiny Skelly would have almost died, or would have died. So, you know.
I think for what it's worth, like, I'm pulling away the shade. We would have had a chance to save him, except from the other direction.
Maybe, but the way that it was the
You'll
after
never know.
Yeah.
exactly the after hours of discussion basically sounded like if I hadn't gone after him then, he wouldn't have survived long enough to be rescued.
That's called putting in the thrill.
Also, for what it's worth, I think he pulled us in perfectly, because otherwise, I think the party was ready to leave with minimal effort.
Well, you guys have 2 pieces of prime Feverus right now. The main ingredient towards making prime infernal steel. You had not promised your companion any particular amount. Because more or less, he was just curious to see if it was down there. So the soul state that you've already gotten 2 pieces is more than what you feel would be comfortable with, but you guys have now ended up
We're
even
here, we
further
might as well
down
get it.
into the caldera. You guys murdered quite a few creatures in the last session.
They were lemmings. They killed themselves, I swear.
To be fair, they tried to kill us. We just
I have
got
never
them first.
I have never seen a power couple of Vale and Merc having the same mental thought of, there's a big hole right there. Why not? And then ejecting a creature I had spent almost a month giddy with excitement to use, flying directly into the hole and into
There's
the
probably a
depths
lot of
below.
them on this
Apologies?
planet, Sean. You could use a ton of them. You could have a whole pack of them as soon as we come out. All mad that we killed one of them.
To be fair, I just about ended up petrified, if not for a very healthy, safe roll at a clutch moment, so...
But otherwise, you guys are
Vale being stoned would be unfortunate.
and can only be cured by greater restoration.
Thought it was... Oh no, that's basilisks, if you take their blood.
Yeah, greater restoration would suck at this point, because we only have lesser restoration with the
And
Jesus.
with that being said,
Oh, can you guys hear me at all?
guys,
Ooh,
Yes, we can hear you. At least I can.
I'm just watching my.
Our cleric is offline.
What was that too? I'm just watching my recordings, and just my microphone was popping up right away, so I wanted to make sure.
Vale, you have acquired a new Skelly. He has taken placement in your right pocket. He is quite comfortable with his tiny bone-shaped spatula.
If I recall, I think after all of this, I was just going to sit down and go, all right, so no more jumping down holes, maybe? Who's going to go get that bloody Ferris?
No one jumps up for the opportunity.
Merc just shrugs.
Nox will visibly sigh.
I really probably should, seeing that I still have spider climb enabled.
I
I
could just walk over and get it if somebody lets me borrow the pick. Don't we need somebody else to like grab it as it falls?
Yeah,
though?
you need someone to catch it and someone to dislodge it.
You had Kadros grab it last time, but the trick is I wouldn't mind having someone brace me. They really pack a wallop when you first whack them.
Yes, but I am not constrained. I am not constrained by spells.
No, it does not matter. Well, I'm not sure if it matters by spell, but just because you and I can climb up walls, it still has one hell of a wallop. But really, you gotta know where to hit it. My expertise is stuff like
I'm
this.
just offering if you would like to handle it yourself. That's
No,
your prerogative.
what I'm asking is I need help handling it because it's rather explosive.
Nox is going to point at his foot.
Just because I still have a foot doesn't mean that the shoe... The shoe's molten. Half my shoe is gone.
Shoe is in fact smoldered down from having stepped into the magma. How will y'all proceed?
I just need someone to brace me. We'll have Kadros use his telekinesis to grab the piece. And we should be fine.
Yeah, we'll mentally ask Kadros if he's okay with that.
He follows your word. He will do what he needs to ensure the mission for his stewardess is complete.
This is a nice change from the fact that I had to coax him into doing everything when we started.
Don't push him.
You own it. You own it
I'm
now.
just pointing it out. I'll let Kadros assist.
Nox is going to look at Eris.
You just hovering? Are you going to help?
Taking a close look at the stone, see if I can identify weak spots and such.
Oh, don't worry about the weak spots. I got that covered.
That's easy. I've worked with this sort of material before. I just don't want to fall into the lava again.
It's really hot.
The stone is about 4 feet from the surface of the boiling magma.
Not much to double tap in here, is there, Mark?
He just shakes his head.
No, let's get this underway.
All right, Nox is going to position himself above the rock.
Oh. This looks extremely interesting.
Ugh. Eris, are you going to be catching me, or am I on my own here?
I'll assist in however it needs.
I just...
If you get blown off, I will catch you, yes. I'll take you or party of the actual ore itself, just as an
Oh, Kadros has. Kadros has been very good at collecting it as of late. It just...
I can't see Cadus around here, so who's catching it?
I haven't moved his token, okay? Sorry.
Can you keep close to the rock wall and, like, have a claw on my shoulder or something? Or, hold on, wait.
Nox is going to grab a piece of rope.
Okay.
Tie it around his waist and then hold it to Eris.
I'll grab it.
Yeah, and as Mox is holding it out, he's going to like quickly measure 2 arm lengths, then cut off half an arm length of the 2 arm lengths so that it's less than his height. So that even if something goes wrong, he will always be dangling just slightly above the lava. All right, are you ready, everyone?
Ready here.
Nox with all-purpose tool in hand. Oh, that's the other group there, Swan.
Yep, I'm
You're multitasking. Okay.
multitasking.
I can stop, Sean, if you want. We can wait.
Yeah.
Yep. We're good. I'm just keeping tracks. Also, like resetting the map at the same time. All right. So what is your strength there, Nox?
The roll?
No, just in general.
Oh, 8.
Noted. Thank you. Go ahead and strike when you're ready.
So this is with the bonus of my multi-tool, correct?
You're smacking with your multi-tool, or you're smacking with the pick?
I'm smacking with the pick, but my multi-tool allows me to have proficiency in any tool. And one of them is is it with like there's no mining ability.
Well, you're effectively attacking the wall.
Oh, so if I'm not with my multi-tool, then I can use my intelligence.
You're quite literally you're hitting a piece of Alberta. Well done.
Yes, but the thing is, the reason I asked is because all my attacks are made with proficiency and my intelligence. Because if I'm making an attack, like, if I'm making a normal attack, that's one thing. But if it's a tool, I have a completely different set of things that help out. So that's why I'm just trying to figure this out.
Based on the last couple times that you have smacked into the stone, you'd figure that you need a certain strength to avoid having the backflash from the pick's effects.
Ah, okay, so it's a magical effect. Now, I have one question, because I get to use my intelligence bonus to hit and to damage rolls with magic weapons. Do I get to use my intelligence with that instead of strength?
If you use your intelligence, if I give you a sword, what would you use to attack?
Intelligence. Now, is it magical or not?
A sword?
So the thing with as an artificer, I use my intelligence bonus to hit and damage with magic weapons, is what it's telling me. That's because I'm a battlesmith.
Okay. Yeah, roll. Okay, yeah.
It's just because I'm in tune with magic. I think that's the main thing they're trying to establish.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking a look right now. By the way, it was a 14. So that'd be a 19.
I was so focused into the conversation, I didn't even go to look at the.
Yeah, just so for awareness, like my battle ready for my battlesmith. When you reach 3rd level, your combat training experiments with magic have paid off 2 ways: proficient with martial weapons, and my attacks with magic. I can use my intelligence modifier instead of strength or dex for the attack and damage.
You take time and careful precision with this pickaxe and smack the rock, and you watch as it starts to tear from the earth piece by piece until it eventually tumbles out. Cadrus at that time will go ahead and grab it just before it touches the magma edge, and he will lift it up. It's searing hot, to see, glistening with an orange glow.
Nox is going to give Cadros a thumbs up, and Nox is going to give Eris a little tap on his claw. Of like, hey, we did it.
Oh, while we're at it, let's get these 2 stones here.
Cadros, would you be willing to assist us for the other stone?
He can't exactly nod, but he'll come along.
I think those ones are just on the wall. It's not like they're in danger of falling into the magma. That's my interpretation. Is that correct, Sean?
That is correct.
I'm concerned about their heat because apparently these things are really, really hot too.
Which is why Cadros is holding them. Can he technically hold more than one?
Levitation is on a single object.
Maybe you could set it down somewhere.
He probably will like levitate it back over to like where we were.
Okay.
I think we. Who was holding on to him? I was hesitant to put them in the bag of colding due to who knows what may do weird shit.
Oh, that'll be fun. Now we have explosive metal.
Oh, exactly. Either that or all the fucking perishable food in the bag of colding is going to go fucking rotten because it's going to be really hot in there.
I put my sandwich in and now it's a panini.
There are definitely worse ways to misuse D&D artifacts.
I didn't want my sandwich to be grilled.
No, at the same point.
Can I extract these 2 stones down here, Sean?
My coffee got reheated. Yep, go ahead and give an attack roll.
Okay.
What are you using to remove it? Are you using like a pick or are you using how are you extracting them?
Or are you waiting for Nox to get there, Falcon?
I was kind of holding Nox around it. He just disappeared in the other area. Was just going, so I asked him to get these ones out too, since we're here.
Oh, the other 2 blue things.
Why?
Yeah.
Answer the map, young one.
All right, well then, if Eris, so Nox is tied to Eris, so Nox is gonna walk off, and in my mind it'd be like, dunk, dunk, what do you? And then Eris probably point at the other blue things.
2 stones here, probably worth something.
Nox would investigate these stones.
These stones, as I had mentioned to Merc earlier, are very, very pure versions of Fair Crystal. They would probably fetch a very high price on the market, but they'd also would come with additional features such as that of pure Feverous.
Do you want me to roll for each of them?
I want you, if you smack, don't break it.
So the first one is a 33. I rolled a nat 20.
He taps the wall once, and all of them fall into a nice little pile, immediately caught by Eris.
Not
Next
my.
song.
We can do for that roll. Like, go into a bag. Come on now.
Yes,
Next.
and Nox looks very pleased with himself and says, "You just need to know where to hit it."
Next time, I'm going to tell you that you have to pull like a 13 to a 16, and you can't get anything higher or explodes.
Oh, we're gonna change how the game works. Okay, I got it.
Oh my god.
Swan's currently still dealing with the fact that he accidentally and inadvertently made Nox OP as soon as I got this multi-tool.
I'm gonna give you control of all of these tokens. So depending upon where you guys are gonna put them right now, you can choose.
So these are similar things to the. These sound different. I'm kind of misunderstood.
So you guys have
Make
found.
Spelljammers float.
Okay.
Okay.
Aero crystal is a light blue glass-like crystal known for creating quick, precise weapons found primarily in high elevations as well as in mountains, cliffs, and canyons. When used in making weapons, it can add additional buffs to dexterity modifying for attacks and damage, regardless of the weapon's weight and type. If used in armor, it can be used to replace metal, and while made into medium and heavy armor, it can actually increase the dexterity bonus AC by at least 1. Usually value about 250, but this stuff would be worth about 500 per piece if you sold it on the good market with a good buyer. And I'd say that you could probably modify those numbers enough if you were to try to successfully ingrain enough of it into an item of choice.
Oh, that's definitely what Nox gonna be doing. So at this point, he's just going to keep harvesting these.
So, knowing fully well that your 33 is going to probably keep extending along,
The 33 is in peak. That is the highest I can roll.
I'm going to say you can at least extract the first 4 of them with no issue.
Okay, so that's 4 more ferrous, right?
4 more of these
Arrow crystals.
the arrow crystal.
Okay, it's the arrow crystal. Gotcha.
And you said they have properties of Fulminar as well?
No. Fulminar. No. Think of arrow crystal more like thin plastic. It looks a lot like you can make it look a lot like a shard, but it's very, very, very light.
One thing that might have to do with why Merc's armor looks different than last time you saw him.
Oh. How many of these have we
Head stands in the light, shines off.
Next time Nox walks past Merc, he'll probably say something. How many of these we collect in total? Because I haven't seen you mention anything else. This is the first 4 we're coming into.
I dropped 2 additional ones. If you give me another roll, I'll give you the extra 3 that are easily available.
17.
You, with the 17, feel confident that you can reach the other 3.
So that's a total of what then?
How many tokens have I put down?
Oh, you...
7?
I'm actually counting because I'm putting tokens down.
On the map.
Yeah.
Okay, there's quite a few. Just from what we can see, and I'm sure there's more that we can't see.
These things are going to,
And by the way, these are not small. Like, they're the length of your arm.
Yeah, Nox is going to stick them into his plastic bag of holding.
Your what?
How much can your plastic bag of holding hold?
I don't know. Keeps gave it to me.
Are you talking about the paper bag?
The paper bag. That's what it's a paper bag.
No, this would not fit in the paper bag of holding.
Oh, they're that big.
They're that big.
Yes, keeps giving me a paper bag of holding. So they will not fit in any bags of holding. Or it's too big.
They will not fit in a paper bag of holding, but I think your current bag of holding is probably pretty full with all the other stuff you've been shoving in the bag of holding.
I'll have to ask a question about the paper bag of holding, because in my mind, I'm thinking, the old bags.
The paper bag of holding was to make it, a little bit bigger, like a purse-sized amount inside, when a paper bag is usually, your hand.
Oh, so this is like a 750 ml bag of hold. Like one 750 ml bag bottle would fit into this. Okay, I was thinking.
You ever had a tote bag before?
Yes.
Yeah, like that amount of space.
Yeah, no, I legit was thinking those paper bags that you get from a nice fancy store that has a bit of embroidery and has the twine handle. I was thinking it was that big.
No. It's literally a paper bag that just has more space inside, but not that much. That's why it's a paper bag. Also, don't let it touch any sparks.
Yeah.
It is fine.
Sean.
Yes.
The creature I'm currently in front of.
The creature in front of.
What? I need more information on it.
Giant roper, fuck that.
It's a
Well, we know what a
monstrosity.
roper
It's
is,
like an
'cause they-
ambush predator.
There's
Sorry, I'll let Sean
skin,
explain
is
what
it?
it is.
Ropers are ambush hunters, primarily from the underworld. They were once favored
Underdark
by the.
or
They were favored by the Drow god.
so definitely Underdark.
They have a special ability to look very much like stalagmites and would like to wait until creatures get kind of close, in which case they will lash out with tendrils that come from their body with very fast regenerative abilities. In their larval form, they are known as piercers, which very much look like kind of very thin, sluggish versions of themselves, known for, as the name implies, piercing their enemies by dropping down on top of them and then devouring them.
What's the hide like?
With a 20 from a nature check, a roper has a thick stone shell that allows it to hide from stalagmites and stalactites. The shell is rock hard, made primarily of calcium carbonate, which is secreted by the creature's skin. The shell can be used to create armor and shields. It can also be ground into base components, which are composed of various minerals used by healers and alchemists.
How's it against heat?
You could probably fillet it off. It's going to take you a 20 because it is
20 in nature, you said to get off?
20 in nature. You may want to ask assistance.
I was going to say, don't look at Nox for this. He's not good enough with nature.
You don't feel like your skill with nature would successfully pull off trying to pull this material off, as the body has already been kind of flayed pretty bad after you guys sliced it, diced it, and manipulated it into many things.
Its own fault.
It's the roper of many things.
It shouldn't have threatened me.
Yeah, so I don't get any part of it off. It was just
Okay.
Um,
So you guys are starting to build up a stockpile, but the question is, how are you going to get it home?
How heavy is it, Sean?
I'll proceed to fly around and get all the big like the arrow crystals down in this pile in here. Just bring them back one by one, kind of thing.
Probably weighs about as much of a desktop,
Like a computer?
like a computer.
Okay. So then, if we could,
We're
like,
talking-
they're like strips, you said, right?
They're
Or
they're
like
they're
crystals?
they're big ovals.
Okay.
They're
Are they
just
something
really.
we could like tie them all together, or are they too smooth for that?
I would like a sleight of hand check.
That might not be the best thing for Merc to do, but he'll give it a shot.
One second,
He'll
one
pull
second.
out some rope and be like, "Is someone a bit better with knots? Want to tie these all together?"
If you score less than a 10, it's going to cut the knots.
To be clear, he's not tying them together with the fulminar, because that would probably burn through the rope, or the ornos.
The fevers.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, sorry.
Why don't we get Vale over here to help?
Did I hear that? Did somebody actually talk to me, or
That's Nox talking to Merc.
don't you have a better sleight of hand than I do?
I got a 2.
Oh, never mind.
Minus +1.
Mine's 7.
Hey, Vale,
Or
Yours is better.
you might be better at tying these things than we are here. You mind coming to the main crater?
The pit where we throw everything down.
The elevator. The garbage disposal. You know, that thing.
Vale will come around the corner blinking and go, "What, pray tell, do you need again?"
See my wares, do you see? We need them tied up and they need to be a strong bind, please.
Vale will just like gently take the rope from Merc and then go about tying a knot, I guess, or probably several in this case.
You have a, what you said, 3 on your...
24.
Never mind. Kirby.
And you said each one is about the same weight as a desktop, yes?
Yes.
I'm assuming you need a roll from Vale, Sean? For the notch?
I
Oh,
will.
you mean the 24 I just rolled?
Oh, yes, never mind. I didn't hear that. Sorry.
Nope, just wanted to make certain I came across.
Once
You
they're all
see
tied together, Merc
Vale.
would pick them up. Like, by the rope.
You know, that I wish tying knots in reality was that cool sounding.
You go ahead and put all the arrow crystals together and bind them.
Mm-hmm.
You got 7 of them so far.
What Merc will do is Merc will get Echo Merc to carry them, actually, is what's going to happen here.
That's kind of
Oh,
So, other Merc will carry them. And yes, I do have enough. I have over 100 pounds of weight capacity still, in case you're worried about encumbrance and that.
Alloy could definitely carry a few things too.
But I figure if they're all in a bundle together, they'll be a little bit easier to lift and carry.
We do, by the way, Mark, have a bag of holding and one bag of coding, though I'm a little bit concerned what goes into the bag of coding. Naya, do we have any other bags of holding things?
Actually, Nia holds hers up, yeah, like, but I'm not sure how much is in there. Like, I haven't actually taken inventory in a while.
Well, I know for a fact that the bag of coding holds anything that can go rotten. I made sure of that.
Mm-hmm.
My little pepper bag here, I could take anything probably like trinket size, so that'll work if we need to do some rearranging.
Eris, what's the 15 for?
I was checking something. Let's just see.
Okay.
It's desperate.
Other than
Oh.
that, you guys do find some loose supplies. It looks like a couple pots and pans. You do find several very, very old, kind of deteriorated away pickaxes. Mostly just the metal bits are what is surviving down here, as it's very hot.
Is there any, like, metal containers that might be able to hold these ore nodes that we're getting?
Do me a luck roll.
quick. We need the
Sorry,
ship again.
what is luck again? D100? And
It's
call
a
lower
D100
high?
and call lower high prior.
Let's go high.
Well,
you definitely find at least 3 or 4 pretty good sizable containers.
Okay. That we could
Knox,
just
I
throw
have
these in
another
for carrying.
Or node here to get.
Yes, I'll be with you in a moment. Just bear with me, please.
Yep, that's not what I wanted.
Mark, we're all sorted out here, correct?
Other Merc's Echo is carrying the Fulminar, yes, or the arrow crystals, yes. So the arrow crystal's taken care of. The other stuff he hasn't taken care of yet, but apparently there was a bunch of crates around that could probably hold them, like metal containers or something. That I'm hoping can hold them anyways. We never discussed a size.
I can't use the word standard, but they were big enough for dwarves. But yeah, they're like metal lockers.
Okay.
Alloy's gonna walk up to Merc.
Mostly for carrying their own supplies. So yeah, they're big enough. If it's big enough to carry a pickaxe, it's wide enough to carry these arm length crystals.
Sorry, not for carrying the arrow crystals. This is something to carry the other stuff, the stuff we were sent here for.
Oh yeah, definitely. Those shards are much smaller than these.
I was just thinking we would want something metal because something wood might light on fire. So that's why he was looking for metal specifically.
The unit designated as Merc. I am more than happy to carry anything that might burden you.
The other merc just shrugs. He doesn't seem like he's having a hard time carrying it at all.
Do not hesitate to request for assistance. I'm happy to
He'll nod at you.
assist.
And with that, Nox and Eris are going to, once again, Nox is going to give Eris the rope. Actually, in this case, oh, no, wait, yeah, there's one actual unit in the three normal units here, right?
Looks like the 3 already, I believe.
Alright.
Or maybe didn't. I don't know.
Go ahead, Swan.
Yeah, I think we've collected all the crystal already, right, Sean?
Yes.
There's just 3 more on the map there, so. I think that's what they're asking about.
Vale,
If you want to do another roll.
Vale, would you be able to get Kadros to assist us, please?
He's been floating along behind. I'm just too lazy to move shit.
Yes, but this shit matters. Nox is going to ready the pick and hit it with a 17. Where's the
Kadros takes
kaboom? Where's the earth-shattering kaboom?
And Kadros grabs each piece as they kind of come down and settles them onto the ground on the opposing side.
I must say, Eris, I am far happier with our decision to do it this way. My foot is quite not ready to deal with this sort of intensity again.
It does work much better.
Yeah, when
Whenever any spot any other nodes before we move on? Now there was a pathway down with a big hole, wasn't there, Nox? Don't think any of us went down yet.
A pathway where the big hole was?
Yeah,
I'm not entirely certain of that.
I think I
Talking
saw
about
this,
to yourself.
this pathway here. I think.
Oh, like backwards.
Would I've seen or remember this in my bird form, Sean?
Yeah, so all of you landed there, so there was a path.
I'm gonna go check down that, just just for thoroughness.
Nox will gather the remaining things, toss things into bags that are going to prevent people from burning and such, and continue on.
Eris, have you found one over there?
I found looks like a little. There is a note over here, yes, but I found something else. I'm just looking into right now.
It would take a
You
little
see it.
take a little bit of time because Nox is first a little bit slower than Eris, but eventually he would get there.
What do I see here, Sean? With a 14 investigation.
14 investigation, you see the figures sitting across the wall, but you also do notice that there is a coin purse that's sitting on the ground with several pieces of leaflet poking out. It looks like it was kind of thrown down in a rush, as it seems to be kind of sticking out of the ground at a loose angle. It's been there for a while.
I take a look at this, Nox. Maybe see if there's something in this parchment.
Absolutely.
Probably about that time after I was looking, Nox was slowly trundle on. What sort of role are you looking for, Swan? Hey, Swan?
Uh-oh. Did we lose the DM?
Uh-oh.
So, sorry, typing something. It takes a while.
Okay, good.
Okay. What is it? What? Sorry, I apologize. What is the question? What does it take to investigate? I mean, there's loose letters and what appears to be a coin purse.
More so, what role are you looking for to go through it all?
I'm not really going to offer a roll because I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything you need to. If you guys don't really need to roll for this. It's in common.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well, once you're done there, Nox, let's get this ore and get the rest back to the party and see what proceeds here.
Nox is going to quickly just kind of look at one of the papers and read it briefly, then fold it up and put it in his breast pocket. During this... Okay. He's going to pocket a bit of coin from in there and a little pendant, but he's just going to be quiet about it.
I'll pocket that as well, Sean.
Which one? Is this the pendant, Vulcan? Pardon?
Sorry, this was the so the rest of what was found was 14 gold and a pendant.
Who's holding the pendant? You or me?
You are. I'm taking the paper that Sean put me.
Okay. And I got the gold.
Alright, let's get this ore and let's get back to the main group.
Once again, is Kadros with us, hun?
Yes, Catrus is with you.
That would be a 22.
You go ahead and successfully pick at the wall and successfully pull the stone out.
Every time Nox swings, he's going to have like a whack. Whack. Jesus Christ.
It helps when you use your brain over bronze on this one.
Plop him down
That's
here,
an
but also
That's an artificer joke.
over this way.
I don't need... Fuck. I say I don't need muscles. I don't need muscles! Thank God.
Your brain is a muscle.
It's not.
No, it's a blob of fat. Wet fat.
Yeah, you know what? My brain is the finest blob of wet fat there is. The best... Okay, no, I should be quiet about that. I'm not going to make that joke. Anyways.
If you want an investigation, I can do that too.
You come across what looks to be like a very intricate dwarven door.
Is that what we're looking at over here as well, Sean?
That is as well, yes.
Okay.
They seem to be kind of designed to prevent the magma from coming in had there been a emergent situation.
Oh, one of these might be the way we were supposed to get into this part of the dungeon.
Can we open the door at all?
You don't feel like an investigation of 11 would successfully unhook this door. You might require some more finesse.
That's this door right here.
That's just a banister across. Is what I'm gonna make that.
Oh, that there. Oh.
Well, very well. Go get the explosives.
Is the whole party?
Give us a bag of dynamite.
Is the whole
We're at
party
different
following
locations.
Eris and
We're at
Nox?
different locations. Same doors, tight, different locations.
Nox is gonna stretch his shoulders and kind of take a glance at this. Is this something he could pick, or is this something a bit more strength worthy?
Bit more thieves tooly.
So that'd be Nox, yeah.
Because all these doors seem to have already been closed.
23 to pick it.
Well,
Nox actually has a full set of thieves tools. It's standard issue for apparently this sort of artificer for some reason. I don't understand why, but
no, that's fine. Where was my?
ooh, that's a good one.
You come inside to find what looks to be like the remains of several adventurers, all of which seem to be in their beds. Most of them look like they had been in sleeping positions.
Nox is just going to quietly stand at
Eris,
the door.
give me an investigation check real quick. You smell gas.
I'm gonna back out immediately. Nox, there's a gaseous smell in there. Can identify it.
Yeah.
But everybody in there is dead. And this is
I
me.
didn't.
I believe it's
I
something
didn't.
to do with the
I
gas.
didn't have a body picture, so I apologize that
You're fine.
I didn't want to ruin it.
That's
but
fine. Stand back from the doorway, Nox.
Okay.
Or, you could just ask the person who doesn't need to breathe to go in.
I'm gonna use gust and see if I can blow the gas out of the room.
That works too.
Nox is actually going to look legitimately kind of stunned and slowly bring the chirp up to his mouth. We found a cavern of people like us.
You're right, Nox.
They were gassed to death. Died in their sleep.
So they were not like us.
They could have been. Not today.
The difference between us and them is we are alive and they are not.
You're correct. The difference between us and them is
Death.
Well, that seems like a sufficiently big difference to me.
Would I have successfully gotten the gas out of the room, Sean? Or is there a source feeding it?
even got a gust sound for you.
You go ahead and use your gust into the room, and the smell seems to be dissipating to a lesser degree. It's still present. I will say if you stay in there for too long, you will start running con damage.
Alloy has a passive perception of 16. Would she be able to see anything without rolling?
So do I as well.
You find that most of their equipment has degraded with time. The bodies are, at this point, just mostly skeletal. But one of them looks like it was most likely a dwarf, not with the mining team. And he looks as though he probably more or less petrified, just kind of with age, or more so mummified because the room hasn't had any airflow. You do find a large box, which does look to be like something that was from their treasury.
What if worth Alloy would be
I'll go ahead and open it up.
Ally would be specifically looking for a pipe or some sort of natural occurring element that would be causing the gas to filter in.
Do a nature check.
Ooh, nature. Okay.
God damn it. Rolls are not with me tonight.
Yeah, same here. I'm going through my various dies.
You find 7 silver and 2 gold pieces.
Would Nox be able to do the roll?
Nox, as you kind of look around, you notice that there seems to be almost like a shimmering effect coming from underneath where they had seemed to start a campfire.
So Nox can roll with advantage, or are you just kind of giving?
I'm just giving the description
Okay.
from the two of you looking together.
So Nox rolled an 18, and if you're allowing advantage, the 18 stands.
I got
As
a
you
21
watch-
on showing up and like walking solidly into the room and checking it out.
Vale, when you walk into the room, as Nox seems to try to let you know that there's gas, you kind of step haphazardly in and kick over several of the stones, and you notice that there's a vent underneath. It was probably naturally occurring, but it looks to be like a methane vent.
Well, seems as though we found the source of these poor sods.
Otherwise, you find a couple of really degraded short swords and a longbow that needs a new string.
Pick up the longbow.
Nox is going to point to Alloy to go in. Grab what you can, please.
Anyone have a fire cantrip?
Naya. Well, I do have the ability to create a campfire, I guess.
I mean,
Wait. Does Nox have that ability?
Robin can also assist with that if you'd like.
No, Nox does not have a basic fire cantrip. Never mind.
Naya has fireball if that would help.
I just figured that
Naya,
it might be a good
would you-
idea to potentially give these folks a better send-off than they had.
A kaboom, you mean?
No, I want incineration as opposed to slow mummification.
Oh yes.
Would you like to use one of your fireballs in this case?
Incineration inside a small space. Yes, a small enclosed space with a gas source. That is incredibly brilliant. Why didn't I think of that?
I'm sorry, did you have any better ideas?
I'm
Close
actually.
the
He who is
door
not
and
anywhere near here?
You're going to bring the whole cavern down. Close the door and walk away.
Rovan, who has not had a chirp this whole time, has
Suddenly,
heard
apparently,
buffoonery and ran over.
Little Think is wearing it as a belt right now. Nox has made, if you'll recall, Nox has made another chirp for Robin, and Robin has given it to Little Think, and he's wearing it like a very large belt at the moment.
Championship belt.
But he can't use it.
That's what you think.
He just picks up Little Thing, presses the button on Little Thing's button. You hear a little squeak before it starts transmitting.
Give me insight there, Vale. Actually, no, this wouldn't be insight. Give me Arcana.
Nox will assist.
What are you assisting with?
Arcana.
What do you know what she's doing?
21.
I don't think Nia is close enough to help here. Good work.
Nia's been kicking stones into the crater this entire time.
I guess.
Not.
I guess for what it's worth, Nox is gonna like. What is Vale doing right now? What
I'd
sort of
probably be just standing very still, very quietly at the doors, and like it's hard to explain what I think I would be doing.
Let me put it this way then. Nox will see Vale standing there, probably equally shook and kind of feeling on the same wavelength. Walk up to her and go, I want to do something to honor these people. I'm contemplating throwing them in the lava if we can.
I don't think that's exactly what they would appreciate.
What are you thinking?
Incineration, cremation, may be better to let them all pass if they're stuck here.
It's no different than they are now. It would be different than tossing them in lava, apart from
No, lava makes them part of the earth. They need to go up.
Vale, as you try to feel out the area, you get a sense from the corpse of the dwarf that what life had left him does linger in some sense.
Can you put that a little bit plainer?
His spark is somewhere in there, but very little of it.
So, given what you've said, how would I interpret that? Is that like he would appreciate not being
Like
trapped here, or?
I can't describe it would be like me saying that you look into a room and in the entire room you may see the smallest faintest of a spark, and that's it. That you can interpret a spark how you like to interpret a spark.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I'm getting growled at over here.
Uh-oh.
it is fine. He took her aside.
He did.
For what it's worth, I'm suggesting out of character that she uses her background to try and figure out what's going on, and I think she's misunderstanding what I'm suggesting.
She is like half undead or something, isn't he? Isn't
She's-
she? That's what vampires are, right?
She's half undead, but also
He was
because
under
of
the
her
impression that my
rogue
background would help with this.
her
It's
rogue
I don't
background,
think that
I
that's necessarily
felt
how this.
that
So, that's
maybe
the
there'd be a bit
curiosity.
of intuition with that because she's able to see the dead, talk to the dead. Like that's how she met
Hmm.
how Cadros initially pulled her in.
Unhappy.
That was my intuition. Judging by third person, that may have been not what it was, but still, I was trying to poke at that, and she was looking at me quite confused. Like, so that's why I was
Cool.
getting frustrated.
Um,
It's one of those things, like a
put on
bad
fire
game
when we have a
of
chance.
We're setting
charades.
the damn thing on fire at some point. We're not putting them in the lava. I don't care if it's in the room or otherwise, she says specifically to Rovan. I'm quite certain at this point that they're just about entirely gone and wouldn't care anyway. But if you would be interested in laying them to some degree of rest, we can.
For what it's worth, my suggestion was the only reason I suggest lava is if there's a natural occurring methane vent, the last thing you want to do is reduce the pressure and then have that go back in where it was from. And it's not backdraft, but it's
I understand.
yeah.
I'm not exactly suggesting setting the damn methane vent on fire.
That was it precisely what you were suggesting.
I take it back, sir. I apologize after your good counsel has assisted me in reassessing my opinion.
So let's come back here when it's due time. Bastards. Vale, Alloy, have you both thoroughly investigated the area? I hate to be a grave digger, but at the same point, these people obviously have
They're
some.
not
They're
going
not
to
going
need
to need it. Is there anything else that we can find in here?
Just typing out loot.
Ah, he succeeded, did he?
What's the plan?
Alright, so I'm assuming we figured things out. Are there more of these bloody crystal things to go after? Or can we go check out various doors?
We can knock on all sorts of doors.
Earth, as you enter into the next room, you see that the doorway has been blasted open.
Interesting.
Merc, Rovin, Naya. Go eastwards a little bit, and Ally should be midway meeting you guys. We've found...
I'm gonna go over to
Something
the
is
doors that I
intriguing.
was at earlier and start trying to pick them.
Okay, you
Yeah,
go ahead and pick 'em.
duly to see what the heck is going on.
Alloy's literally way midway for you guys.
Echo Merc would leave all of the crystals by the Feverus.
We just have a whole lot. We're just mining. This is the children truly do yearn for the mines.
We're
That's
just gonna put a
appropriate,
big,
Sean.
we're just
Yeah.
gonna put a really big crystal
Ding.
just to
Okay.
fill the space.
They're all just in a big pile tied together.
Yeah.
We're just gonna tie a
Need
rope around them and
movement?
float out.
Need a little bit more volume from our bard.
Oh, God damn it.
We need to get her a better mic.
So sorry, which way are we all going?
What was your roll there, Vale?
For each of the two doors, I got a 20 and a 19.
20 and 19. Okay.
With appropriate checks for traps as well.
These doors don't appear to have been designed specifically for trapping. More or less, they look like they were put in place, as I said, to catch someone if for some reason there had been a backflow. More or less a safeguard. As you kind of walk in, you see they're just more inlets.
And those aren't crystals on the walls?
They are.
Seem to have found more crystals for anyone who would like to be harvesting.
I'm assuming you all will spend the time harvesting these.
Probably. I'm going to let everybody figure out that there's crystals there, and I'm going to go explore some more.
On that note, I have an observation to share.
Oh.
This device, this area that we're in, is essentially a large spelljammer, correct?
This is correct.
Yes.
What happens if all of these crystals we're taking are essential to its continued function?
That would be a Nox question, I believe. And honestly, the damn things managed to survive.
Okay.
To be fair, it looks like these are all naturally occurring. If we were honestly to knock this thing out of the sky, isn't it also floating on like a sea of lava in the first place?
Right, and what do arrow crystals do? Fundamentally.
How ready would Nox be able to answer that question? Oh wait, never mind. Vale's in a different area, isn't she?
Assume it's coming over the church.
As you hold little squeak up like a radio.
Yep.
Every time you want to stop talking, you just kind of like squeak them.
Just,
I
I
imagine
feel
that's
like
exactly what's going
eventually
on.
he's going to be very much not okay with this.
after 10 dialogue points, he has to roll an animal handling check before Squeak squirms out and says, "Fuck you!"
There's a reason that Rovan doesn't speak very much. Especially over the chirp.
He must pay in treats.
He's almost out of jerky already.
Eris, the door, it doesn't take a very strong investigation roll to say that this door was blown open with explosives. As you can note, a singed-like form where the handles had been, and you can also notice that the smell of sulfur.
GM, something stupid happened with Nox, and he fucking disappeared off my screen.
Huh.
Interesting.
I see him down here.
Sorry.
All good.
All good.
I had a fucking another page pop up on my other screen. I was left clicking movie Nox. It popped up and fucking took my cursor and joined it down to the other screen. So I went to the bottom left hand corner of the map. Thank God. Like the few things were, thank God you're not doing the. Everyone has visuals. All right, so Nox is gonna walk up the wall.
Yeah, like we all have our own vision. You mean?
Yeah. Because I would have seen
You have to pay for that.
I would have seen so much that I shouldn't have. Nox will eventually walk up, down, across the wall, and they're like, "What are we looking at here, Eris?"
To describe, go ahead.
Just carefully going through here. Something blew the door open clearly, as you can see. You would know. Just wanted to take it stealthily through here. Maybe something is still here that did it. I'd rather not, get blown.
Can Nox take some time to look at the blast pattern and try and identify what exactly is going on here?
You can.
21.
It looks almost like someone had used a shape charge. Bear with me, I don't have the particular item in front of me, but it's effectively a C4, the D&D equivalent of a C4, which I'm still actively looking for.
So effectively, what you're getting across is someone knew what exactly they were doing. This was something controlled, a bit of a higher than average skill ratio, and precise.
Yes. There was no checking for traps, if to even say. This was simply remove door followed by hinges flying off.
With a very precise charge. Now, are precise charges commonplace in D&D or not? Because that will govern Nox's response.
In this campaign, yes.
Okay.
I'm peering around the corner of the 20 stealth. On that 20.
Ooh.
With that being said, Vale, as you go in your direction, you do see that you might notice this kind of like brownish color right here.
Okay.
All you're looking at right there seems to be kind of like a sea of this fuzzy kind of material that lines the walls, floors, and wooden board.
Would I know this material?
You could do a nature check.
Would Kadros know this material?
You could do a nature check.
I actually don't know how to read his sheet enough to tell me what the hell it is. Let me check again. So he got a 22 and I got a 13.
With a 22, Cadros could tell you this is something called brown mold.
Dangerous?
Found commonly in dark caverns and remote subterranean passages. Brown mold waits patiently for victims to pass through. Less than an inch thick by spreading over 5-foot patches of stone and wood, the tan to dark brown mold seeks warmth to help it grow. Small bumps along its surface store thousands of spores waiting to be released.
So this shit's poisonous and probably, like, gonna try and eat it. Is it flammable?
Ooh.
Well, no, it probably wouldn't be because it wants heat.
So even if things want heat, they can still be flammable, but yes, you're correct.
Would Kadros know anything about how to defeat it without, dying?
He'd let you know a little bit of cold will handle this.
I will... Oh, cold! I will go most of the way up to it and expend a couple of charges on my cloak.
He'd probably stop you at 1. But as you kind of take the end of your cloak and kind of whip it in front, the mold's eyes.
Magic items for the win. Cool.
The side effect of cold sensitivity. Magic cold damage instantly and automatically kills the brown mold.
I'm gonna gently creep forward and go stealthy and see what I can find.
Eris, you round the corner. I apologize. I couldn't fit a map in the space, but you're looking at a massive laboratory, which I do have to jump to a different map for if you're going to go in. It just, I couldn't fit into that particular section. For Vale.
What the hell are those?
You find more people that appear to have been petrified.
Oh, lovely. Like, statuesque? Or
Yeah, like statuesque.
could I tell how old these are?
They've been here for a while.
What's up here?
That was the brown mold.
Oh. Well, this seems potentially dangerous. Sounds like fun. Let's go. Who wants to go next? Apparently we're going in a round robin.
Nox, Merc, Naya, Roven, thoughts, Eris.
So Nox would communicate over the chirp. Something breached their way into here. Probably the adventurers that we found. Christ, they didn't even make it that far in. They were skilled, that's for sure. The breaching charge was standard issue, but someone had to know what the hell they were doing to use it. We found a unique-looking room here. Almost ornate in the way that's designed.
I will once again point out that we have got what we've come for, and now you're merely satisfying curiosity at this point.
You know, at this point, Roven, absolutely. Though we have not come exactly where we got all that we came here for. We've found more stones, and
So, there's not a specific limit for us to return with.
no,
We seek merely information to come.
Absolutely, there's no limit in information. You're correct. The thing is, I might be able to craft some unique things from these stones. I should have disclosed this a little earlier, but I could do some real good with these.
Ah, yes. Greed killed the adventurers, just ask the party in the other room there.
I dare not say just greed. They lacks. True. I keep scrolling off where I am. At the same point, Roven, why do you want to leave so badly?
We have other things to attend to. We've got what we've come for, and this is not a particularly pleasant place to be. Do not like this planet. Let's be done with this.
That I agree with entirely.
Eris, you notice. Oh, go ahead.
Let us finish exploring this quick area, and if hopefully we. Oh, there's one problem, Robin. We cannot easily get out of here unless we've found a path upwards. Not all of us probably have the capabilities of getting up through that hole.
You have spider climb. The rogue has spider climb. We can tie a rope to those that don't.
True, tie a rope, but that still doesn't always guarantee. I'd hate for one of our friends to take that fall that those
Weird creatures did.
That could end
Er-
badly.
Eris, as you enter into the room, you find a large mural on the wall that seems to depict a large golden bowl that the dwarves seem to be chucking other pieces of valuables in, and then from it pulling shinier valuables back out.
Where is this? I guess I don't know where it is.
It seems to be almost kind of a depiction of how they made their money. In the room, you also find 4 statues. Each of them is of a stone dwarf holding a bowl, but the bowls are empty, and one of the statues has been broken.
Interesting. What of this thing in front of me here?
What thing where? That is a stairwell.
Going up, I'm assuming?
Going down.
I have bad news, friends. We just found a stairwell going further down.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Glorious.
We might need to go down to go up.
Hmm.
It's a different
Certainly.
question, she'll say, coming over the chirp. Just out of interest, Mercury, what did you need here?
There are rumors that others like me were seen here.
How long ago?
Is this over the chirp?
Yes, this would be over the chirp.
I have no idea how long ago.
Nox is going to look at Eris with an open mouth.
Well, let's just we go down then, unless we can find a way back out.
If this unit has a family to discover, I find it prudent that we assist.
Probably should, yes.
Besides that, Rovan, as much as I understand your dislike of this area, and trust me, I'm very much in the opinion of sharing it, when was the last time any of us got to go archaeologically looking through things in something of this magnitude?
And you don't see the dead adventurer skeletons scattered throughout this facility.
Ally, for the record, would actually grabs Nox's wrist and over the chirp.
You are not alone, Rovan. We will find your family. You are not to be... Sorry, Mercury. We'll find your family. You are not alone. No one is alone.
That is quite enough, Phil.
Out of character, I'm not sure if Vale noticed, but she found another piece of the Feverus.
I apologize for screwing everyone's names up. I just had an absolute blatant of thoughts, so...
For the record, I was planning on going back there, but I figured that the intent of petrification and people with it might require going in with backup. So I wasn't going to go off immediately.
BRB, I think I heard something.
I just didn't know if you'd seen it, so I wanted to make sure you noticed. It's a big map, and it might have been out of your screen.
No, thank you for checking. I did see it. But again, petrified people have a tendency to mean things that petrify are in the area.
I suppose we wouldn't technically know that that thing actually petrifies now, would we? We just know that you shrugged off something at most.
Nick's gonna be right back. He just got a package, I guess?
Eris, you notice in the mural, each of the bowls that the dwarf seems to be holding holds something blue.
Can I do a nature check to see if I identify as the arrow crystal? Dirty 20.
Yeah, you'd think that they're probably indicating the arrow crystal.
Now, where are these 4 statues? Or am I just not... Oh, this is the broken one down here, right?
Yes.
Are they giving off a light, or would there be some reason for these being here?
Their bowls are empty, and nothing is happening.
It's a puzzle.
What are these?
Just pillars. Big old pillars.
Are these more Tartoad things?
No, those are just barrels.
Okay.
From the map. Please, no more Tartoads.
Is this something?
I like the
particular?
tar toads. Why can't we have more?
Huh.
Yes, you do find a tiny stool.
Pick it up.
It's a
Anything
stool.
written on it or anything like that?
Nope, it's a stool.
With further investigation of the mural, is there anything else that it's telling me?
Just an indication that the dwarves were chucking resources into this golden pot
Do I see the
And
golden
then-
pot anywhere?
on the mural. You could do an investigation check if you want. A very rough understanding makes you think that you might have to put arrow crystal in the bowls.
Back here, right down where Naya is,
Are you?
were these harvested, and were they actual
Yes.
crystals or poor quality shards?
No, they were harvested. I put them in your.
In the giant collection of stuff that Merc is guarding.
Merc has a lot of shit.
What would it take to get this statue back up?
It's been broken in half.
If I mend it, will that help?
It would not.
If we could get some magma out, it might melt the stone enough that we could fuse it back together.
Isn't magma just melted rock? Wouldn't it just foul the edges?
That's possible.
Is there any way of getting this, like, the pots back where it was again?
Wait, what are you looking at? Where are you? Nia's going to
Go-
go sniffing around until she finds everybody.
Go north.
Finds the Well, Nia is here now. She, Santa cat chugged her way through the twisty corridors and what have you.
How'd you get across the ladder?
And now you
Nia
enter
didn't-
into a room. There's a big mural. Several of these stone dwarf statues.
Welcome, Naya. I'm just trying to interpret this mural and this statue. I feel like it needs to be back in its position for that mural to be meaning anything.
Okay, what do are the other statues like? What are they posed like? What are they doing?
They look like a dwarf kind of squatting, and they're all holding a bowl over top of their heads. The mural
Okay.
seems to depict them each having a blue-like crystal inside, or blue stone. It depicts several dwarves in a small line who are all holding kind of black chunks of rock, tossing it into a large golden bowl, and then on the opposite side, pulling out valuable resources.
Huh.
Hmm.
Does anything in this room look like the large golden bowl they're dumping the rocks into? And clearly these statues want the arrow crystals. You know.
Nothing in the room looks like the big bowl.
Does it look like the broken dwarf is is the rest of the broken dwarf near where it was? Can we find the bowl that it was presumably holding?
He is still holding the bowl.
What parts are broken off then?
He's essentially been split in half.
Yeah, so it's
Like-
like broken at the waist and the top half has fallen.
Okay. Nia is not a stonemason, but couldn't we like cut maybe some chalks or wedges or something and then just sort of block him together? It wouldn't hold forever, but I think we only need it long enough to, she gestures at the bowls.
I am back. I apologize.
No fuss.
Mo-
Nia is just,
Mother's birthday present came in, so I had to inspect.
Is it all good?
Oh yeah, I'm back. It's a really nice
Oh.
tripod. Don't know what for though. Apologies. So when I said LBRBs, someone's knocking. What happened? If you don't mind, give me a quick recap.
Nia has gone to check out Mural.
What sort of mural are we looking here?
The one where Eris is.
How big is this statue?
It's medium-sized.
Can you use stone shape and remake it?
So Swan,
Huh.
with Nox's multi-tool, he has painter supplies, which gives him all sorts of benefits to Arcana, History, Religion, Investigation, Perception, Painting, and Drawing. What does the mural look like at the moment before I roll?
The mural appears to depict a large bowl at the very center. I'm going to use my marker here. A large bowl at the very center, made of gold. You'll also notice several of these kind of stone-looking dwarves, each of them holding the same kind of bowl-like structure, but each of them seems to have something blue inside. You'll notice right about here that there is a series of 3 dwarves that are walking towards the bowl and then throwing their black kind of stone inside the bowl. On the opposing side, 3 dwarves are walking away, each of them holding valuable items.
Throw things into the pond, gets out. Now, Arcana, History, Religion check with that. Your expertise aids you in uncovering lore of any sort that is attached to a work of art, such as magical properties of a painting or the origins of a strange mural found in a dungeon. Can I get any sort of more definitive clarity with that sort of stuff on a roll of 25? Or investigation perception, where you inspect a painting or similar work of visual art, your knowledge of the precise practices behind creating it can grant you additional insight. Oh, you're PMing me, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, cool. Sorry, the reason I asked is because I do, since I'm streaming, I do not get any pings whatsoever.
Yeah, stream.
Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Nox is going over the chirp. Rovin, are you familiar with Israel's Cauldron or anything of the
Wait a
sovereign
second.
sentience?
Cauldron? Wasn't that kind of hinted at?
That's... Oh no.
Over the chirp, all you hear is a sigh and a squeak.
You need to squeeze a little less harder around Big Think's midsection. I think he might be getting some sort of gastrointestinal issue.
He's the one pushing the button.
Oh god, I can just imagine.
He's squeezing little thing, but he's like, I can just hit the button if you want.
I just see Little Think every couple steps standing straight up as like he flexes and like shows off the chirp. And then when Robo wants to respond, Think just like presses his button with fucking utmost urgency and just like, speak to me, your commander. Sorry, go ahead.
He is taking. Little Think takes his
chirp
chirp
carrying
duties
responsibilities very,
very
very
seriously.
seriously.
He is a good Think, not just a little Think.
So I'm assuming that I should not be elsewhere then, and that you may, it may be better for all of us to be in the same place?
Are you and Cadros able to grab that last piece?
I would prefer it if I had the pick to do so, but you know.
I don't know if Vale even communicated that she had found
I
a
think that
piece.
there is a whole bunch of petrified people around here, and I don't want to go there because I don't want to end up dead in case whatever petrified them seems to be around here still. So I'm going to wait for the group to see if they even want to go this way.
If you communicated that.
This is me communicating that.
Oh,
So that I'm assuming that nobody else knew what I saw, therefore I'm kind of just going, okay, so this is what I saw. Now everybody can make a decision, because everybody knows.
Vale, regroup with us. We'll check over there in a minute. I suspect it's from that bowl that we found earlier, but let's not fucketh and find outeth, in the words of our great ancestors.
Fail. For somebody who is half dead, you do have some survival instincts. I'm impressed.
Rovan, I'm going to take that personally for the next 30 seconds if I disregard it.
That was a compliment, not towards you.
Oh. Then I will disregard the compliment completely. Because you're speaking positively of Vale, I presume.
Yes, Vale is seriously not certain whether she wants to shank him suddenly or just to be amused.
And
Where
this
are you
is
at in all this?
Me? I was right across from where the roper was.
Merc.
Sorry.
Merc is watching all of the stuff we've collected so that it doesn't
Vale
grow legs.
Vale will gently, try and coax him along. If you'd like to come with it, we'd prefer you with us. You're not going to find your family and or anyone else watching the inanimate objects.
But this is the objective.
Darling, why, pray tell, are you here? Isn't there something you need to find? Standing in one place is not going to help you find it.
I haven't left yet.
Sorry, what was that last part?
You came through nice and clear, just the problem is you stumbled, so it...
The garbling made it hard.
I wonder if it distorted it when it was changing it. He just said he has lots of time and he's still in the place. He hasn't left yet. If the people that he's looking for were here, they're probably dead. Because it was a while ago. He knows that much.
Yeah, but you're not dead.
So
and if they're like you, they're hard to kill.
he doesn't have much hope of finding them alive. But he doesn't want to abandon all this stuff you guys have painstakingly gathered. That's where he's
Your
at.
echo can bring it along.
The Echo would probably not have enough strength, let alone hands, to bring it all along.
Whatever you have strung along at the moment, I would suggest bringing it with you. We can gather the rest later, and Alloy can assist if needed. Even. No.
Merc does not want to leave the loot behind. Especially not since that was like the goal, the whole purpose for you guys coming here.
Vale's currently stepping away for a bevy.
Do you mind if I get them to do an insight check, Sean?
Sure.
Oh,
Sure. Roll insight on that.
I'll totally allow that.
does Alloy get to roll too?
Eris with a 23.
Anybody who's communicating with Merc at the moment, trying to persuade him to move, which I think is only Vale, because Vale was the one who was walking past.
Just want to see what I get. It figures.
So a 17 for Nox.
24.
Wait, what are we rolling?
I don't know how many people were actually there, though, right? I think this was just between Vale and Merc. I don't know if it was even over the chirp.
Were you not chirping it? If you weren't chirping it, then yeah, no, absolutely not.
So there's a 24 from Vale.
So
Okay.
if you were not chirping it, then absolutely 24 from Vale. That's it.
If it's something you're hiding, you can try to decept it.
Oh no, Merc is not trying to deceive at all. You get the impression that this is almost like, this kind of has to do with out of character and out of session. This kind of has to do with his background a little bit, so I'm trying to think of how to phrase it. But you get the impression that he spent a lot of time in a group that was very mission oriented, so it'll be very difficult to make him want to leave something which is like a mission objective, if that makes sense.
For what it's worth, Kaya is currently away from keyboards. She did hear everything, but she just is getting herself a beverage.
It's basically so ingrained in him to like be focused on the mission sort of thing that it would be very difficult to make him leave something which is a mission objective. It goes against his fundamental nature.
He is the paladin of mission completion.
Basically, you give him an objective and he will do everything he can to... He's focused on that and nothing else at this point.
But isn't part of your own mission to find people like you?
Not at... He's not at the expense of what the rest of you are here for.
Can I just... No, I haven't had a chance to. I keep getting called back. Oi. Over the chirp, she'll come over and say, do we have a plan for all these things? Could we not take all of our items with us at once, or was that the reason why we have the poor, Warforged over here standing guard?
There was no plan. We followed you down here, and then just happened to encounter more items. So, removing them from this area is something else that needs to be considered. What I would recommend we do...
They won't fit in all of our various bags of holding?
No. But what I recommend we do is presumably we will be leaving through the front door of this place, correct? So, what I recommend we do is we should have enough rope. We will tie a bundle. One of you, a spider climb, can go and put the other end at the mouth of the hole and then climb back down, and we can continue doing this exploration and then just simply retrieve our bundle from the top of the hole.
That wasn't supposed to go off. You're fine.
Vale is going to sigh as gently as she can, backtracking herself out of the room, because apparently this happened pre her getting into said room, and take a length of rope, tie it around one side, and then climb back up. And attach it firmly to one thing upstairs so that there's an anchor point.
You whittle some metal from the kitchen to kind of act as a attachment. I mean, you're coming through spirits are very good at making very clean holes. So there wasn't really anything for you to rope around. But if you took the time to get something to kind of stick between two edges of the hole and wedge it there, you make a good connecting point.
Enough to handle the weight of everything?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Oh no.
Let's see, how many pieces of arrow crystal are we up to? And each one weighs
Pretty
about as much as
modest.
how much? Let's see here, how much does the desktop weigh?
I think Merc could probably still carry it, like one Merc, let alone two, but
30 pounds.
that's a lot for a rope, especially if it's like on the edge of like a hole in stone, you know,
At this point, I wasn't
swinging
even
back and
thinking-
forth.
I wasn't planning on putting weight on it just yet.
Uh-oh.
I quite literally just wanted to like have one end draped and the other one anchored. There wasn't any weight on it yet.
So for reference, you're talking about 50. Oh no, we did that wrong. Oh no, we did that wrong.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
You're talking about 600 pounds worth of crystal.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
a lot.
different than just a regular desktop computer, Sean. Like, regular desktops
Well,
are not that heavy.
Oh, I
that's
just
what they
Googled it. It said a
sent-
regular
That's what they sent the people to the moon with.
for a
that kind of
lower end
computer.
gaming consumer computer, 20 to 30 pounds.
This is some heavy fucking shit. Like
That's-
heavier than Vale's
okay.
internal issues.
Okay.
Okay, even if you made it 15 pounds, you're talking about 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Then one version of Merc could not carry all of it. Two could though.
Alloy has offered assistance. At the same point, Vale's currently stepped away because I think I may have offended her too intensely.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess it depends, because a lot of the ones you get from like Dell and that, they have a bunch of extra metal stuff in them, so maybe they would weigh a little bit more. And if it was like one of those ones where it's completely filled with liquid for cooling, those would be even heavier. So I'm only used to ones at the lower end of that scale.
So there's a mural.
Yes, back to the mural if you don't mind. We can give Vale a chance to recover from the insult that I injured her with.
And Eris is feeding it. You know what? Let's take a 5-minute break.
All right, do you want me to pause the recording?
Yes, please.
No sneezes? No sneezes?
Gesundheit.
All right, go ahead,
To
DM.
start, come on now.
I already started recording. That's how I was joking about no sneezes.
Hi, viewers. We're weird.
Alright, so you're in a place.
Have we determined that Merc can set down his goddamn burden yet, or are we still like wrangling that puzzle?
No, you have not convinced him in the slightest. This is the objective, and he's going to guard it.
I will fucking well get the goddamn goblins down here to come and get the fucking stuff if you don't drop it now and come along.
And once they're here, he will leave, but not until then.
As you said that out loud.
No, apparently we're battle of wills.
This is the impression that she's gotten from the insight check.
I love the fact that every now and then my top monitor has cat ears because the cat hops on the windowsill and looks over at me, and all I see is these two little ears as it meows at me and then hides away. Sorry.
What appears to be the holdup?
Is Rovin with
Mercury
Nox?
will not come, she says over the chirp, unless we manage to go in and ensure that all of our spoils so far are safe.
Mercury, so you have attached the rope up to the other level, correct, Vale?
Yes.
Mercury, we have succeeded in gathering the objective, and we have a way for it to be extracted to us once we find a way out of this cavern. So all that needs to be ensured to be happen is nobody tamper with it while we're attending to other matters. Might I suggest you leave your companion here to watch it, and then we'll simply extract this once we get back up to the top level.
Squeak.
Actually,
Sorry.
that's a good call.
Rovan is standing beside the veil, having come
My
down.
companion, you mean my echo?
No, in this case, I have a better idea. How much, hypothetically, can telekinesis hold?
1,000 pounds.
So he could hypothetically transport all this shit upstairs, and
Isn't it like one object at a time, though?
I was going to
But
say,
right now
if-
we've bundled it
One
together,
option.
so
entirely,
It's not all
yeah.
bundled together. About
I
half
mean-
of the crystals are bundled together.
okay, we can continue to bundle things together then. I'm sure we have enough rope and such with us, correct?
1 second. Didn't we just find out that each one of these was 600 pounds?
He's got 1,000
No,
pounds.
no. The
The
total.
whole thing
Oh, okay,
is
gotcha.
600 pounds.
Hang on, but at the same point, this is also all off out of screen. So
Vale will start muttering under her breath as she throws more rope around all the things.
And to be clear,
Oh,
you're putting the
fucking-
rope around the metal containers that are holding the hot crystals
Yes,
or the
yes.
hot ore.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, no. I will let him handle that.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna
Merc will
need-
not be putting rope around things that are that warm. Like that's asking for trouble. in his
I'm gonna
opinion.
need
Yeah,
a,
but wouldn't
I'm
we
gonna need a
need
persuasion check there, Vale.
persuasion? Oh, this will go well. Got a 19?
How do you tell him to move these?
That I will be assisting because I'm going up with some of this shit on my back as best as I can hold it. And I just need to get all of this shit up there. And could he please assist me so that we could get all of this shit sorted? And please God, I just need him to help me because otherwise we're all going to be stuck here for a millennia and I would prefer not to rot with the rest of the goddamn skeletons here.
In addition to that, Conduit, I suspect, would be happy to guard this treasure trove once we get it to a place where he can fit. So he can fit in that room. However, I don't think he would fit through that hole that we went down.
Merc has no problem with like helping move it and stuff. It's the
it goes
leaving it
downstairs.
unattended that he has an issue with.
We have a giant bloody lightning monster that can assist with the keeping an eye on that. Would that be efficient enough for your for your discerning taste, sir?
I think that's enough. You could probably persuade him, especially with that roll for sure.
I think I was trying to persuade Kadros to help me, but you know, if it worked on you, awesome.
Rovan feels offended on behalf of Conduit that you called him a monster, and he will remind you that you were the one that decided to bring the egg on board and keep it.
The egg happened. I made certain it wasn't killed. Also, I say monstrosity in the same breath as I say gorgeous item. In this case, for me, it's a compliment.
Why do we have the little cute things music on while this is going on, Sean? Just curious.
Because I'm trying to convince multiple creatures that don't necessarily want to deal with shit to help me deal with shit.
Because we're doing puzzle solving without a puzzle.
Hmm.
We're making things more complicated. We're very good at that.
So I put on the cute music.
You did.
So would you guys be having your group effectively move these treasure troves up to Kadros to monitor?
Up to conduit to monitor.
Conduit.
Is the plan, yes.
Okay. It's gonna take about an hour, at least, to create a good shuffling. But after that period of time, you are able to effectively drop all these containers and a large meshed sack of very sharp crystals right in front of Kadros, who's been watching you this whole time, waiting for the piece of meat or something to be brought
Kadros or
and
Conduit?
his
Conduit.
conduit, only to find that each each new package does not bring with it anything of deliciousness.
I will look Conduit straight in the eye, put my hand out toothless style, and go, "Darling, I will make certain you have the largest goddamn steak I can find if you keep an eye on this one. Please?" And please don't eat the fulminite. I will happily get you some more of whatever the fuck the lightning stone that you appreciate is. But please
That
don't
is the
eat-
fulminite.
Oh. Please don't eat the whatever it is that's hot.
The feverous.
There's a lot of different items here,
Or is
okay?
it feverous, Sean? Like you have a fever.
Feverous.
Feverous? Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, if I would almost try and break a chunk off, you could probably have a taste and see if it would do anything for you.
Surprisingly
Wouldn't
not
suggest
interested.
it. Fair enough. But he hasn't bitten me for the request, has he?
No.
Does he seem amenable?
Seems like a giant snake. Aerith, do an Arcana check. You'd feel confident that these statues are in itself a magic item. Trying to recreate this with stone shape would not have the same magic effect. Okay.
Can we just prop them up and put gems in their bowls, I guess?
Would we know that we need arrow crystals and they shouldn't all go upstairs?
I don't know.
I'm just curious.
I've been listening. I can't do jack shit.
Merc does not know that.
Nia's going to call and be like, "Hey, do we have any like blue crystals? You know, possibly of the magical variety?"
You talking to us then, are you?
Yes, because those of us in the room here looking at the dwarfs. I think we need to just give the dwarves their due.
You're talking about the not the Inferno crystals. Gosh, what are they called again?
The other ones, whatever they are.
Oh yes, of
Merc
course.
have its
crystals?
plan.
Oh,
The
you mean
one-
those things that just literally went upstairs to go hang out with the lightning snake?
Ah, well, we need some of them because these dwarves, these statues seem to want them, and I
How
don't know.
many are required?
Vale will go stalking off to go along unknown corridors currently to go see if there are any more.
Hang on, was this just as we were entering this lab area that Sean was talking about? I'm just curious. Are we upstairs? Where are we?
What?
So wait, I heard mention of the cauldron, and it took this long for the neurons to fire. That's what Nia is here for, unless I am very much mistaken.
I know, that's what I
Oh.
piped out on.
Yeah,
That I
that's
didn't.
what I remember. As
That
well.
I don't know.
We've literally had discussions about this multiple times in presence of the group.
On,
Going, hey, we need to come here for the cauldron, and we need to go to Blackrock Rise for this. That's part of the reason we're fucking here.
Oh shit!
Merc,
Ding!
Except this.
Mark, as you enter into the, go ahead.
I was gonna say this wasn't the. As far as I was aware, this was the objective. So effectively, you said we're looking for a cauldron, from what I recall. I don't think I remember Israel's cauldron. Then again, it's been fucking probably a month since then. But if this is what you're looking for, Nox will be like, oh, well. We need a few of these things. I haven't quite deciphered the puzzle yet. I just recognize a few key aspects of all this.
Do you guys return with your crystals?
Merc did say earlier he put a few in other Merc's backpack. So if they're saying this, that they need them literally as we're all walking back into the room, Merc would pull them out. But it depends. Are we establishing that we've brought all the stuff upstairs at this point? Is that where we're at?
I'd say one load is going up because I don't think we quite have the strength to pull both loads up.
Okay, so we're in the middle of the operation then, kind of as you guys are doing this, all right?
Yeah, I'd say one load is missing, and if we have enough on the second load.
All right, so I guess the question is, would we have done the Feverous or the Arrow Crystals first?
I would imagine the Feverous first, just because that would be what will take Merc to move.
Yeah. Okay. So these are all in metal containers, which we established we were roping together. How much weight is there in these 4 nodes of the Feverous, Sean?
50 pounds.
Total?
Total.
Yeah. Merc could carry that up on his own, for sure. So we take some of the arrow crystals up, but not all of them on the first trip. And then we're using this rope that was dangled to lift everything up, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
Per the description.
Yeah. Do you need, I don't know, rolls or anything before we move this stuff up?
I'm assuming over the course of an hour, I feel that your athletics would and through the help of
Tonight's D&D session brought to you by puzzles we didn't need to do, also followed by why the fuck did we bring this back upstairs when we needed it down here in the middle of the Naya arc. Now,
Vale, along with Vale's spider climb. I think you guys would be able to do it. It's not like you're rushing this.
I think Nox's spider climb would have worn out.
Vale is very annoyed by this at this point.
Yeah, so the Fulminar and some of the crystals are upstairs.
Feverous
if it's between Feverous and Arrow Crystal. Yeah. So some of it's upstairs. If we say that you guys mentioned this when the first trip was upstairs, there would still be some of the Arrow Crystals downstairs.
Okay, so you guys have some arrow crystal.
Yep. In where the stuff originally was, yeah.
What will you guys do from here?
We finished with the fucking arrow crystals. Is everything where it needs to be now?
What are you gonna do with it?
We need 3 arrow crystals, right?
Yeah, we established that one trip was brought up, which is most of the crystals. I'd say there'd probably be, what, 4 or 5 left on the ground, Sean?
Yeah.
Because Merc and his Echo would be able to carry most, but not all of it all at once, especially with the
Okay. Yeah, I would say that.
Feverous. So we'll say there's like 4 or 5 left on this level.
Okay.
As long as we have 3 sorted out, the 4th one, hell, we can even freaking carry.
You may need the small tokens again, Sean.
My bad.
Unless, like, we have 3 tokens, we're just going to stick them in. 4th one can go on, what, Mercs or Alloy's back.
is okay. That's all. So copy 1, 2, 5, and pop. And we'll make these disappear.
The feverist can be gone. Can I come back with crystals, I guess?
Okay. You come back with crystal.
You moved them for me. Thank you, Sean.
As everyone goes ahead and takes a moment to think deeply about what is going on in the scenario, I'd like to go ahead and discuss about Littlethink processing. Littlethink has been thinking about how much reward he's going to need after all this. Now he knows Master has many of the shiny things, and Master seems to trade those in to go ahead and acquire the deliciousness. But he has not done recently, which has made him start to question whether or not Master is actually thinking about the greater good, really more effectively the greater me at this time. And I don't really know if I want to keep that kind of relationship up. But if I also leave Master, that also means I lose out on the potential of more deliciousness. So it all comes down to whether or not Master will be finding more deliciousness soon. With that being said, I found a cracker in his pocket the other day, and I did go ahead and eat it. It was there for a while, and it also was covered in dirt, so I still ate it. But it's these moments in life I start to realize that when I was with the clan, it was a lot easier to find food because the clan would just bring me the food. Being on my own, I have to hold my hands out and go squeak. Master only brings me food maybe once in a while, but I need to squeak more often. I've been squeaking every time that he tells me hit the button, but that doesn't always mean I get the food. I am getting very concerned about my logistics. The end.
Squeak.
Squeak.
I'm gonna go ahead and put the crystals on each.
For
Had
for no reason whatsoever, Merc will pull out a ration and give it to Littlethink. For no reason whatsoever.
had Roven
Here-
be privy to that, he would be rather annoyed and insulted, considering the little think, and he's noticed this, has gained a good, pound or so since when he first started carrying it around.
Master's become fat phobic.
Think of it this way, Roven. He can just fit into your chirp better.
Chirp you off.
He's got his little tiny red collar. And now his tiny little belt.
Jokes on Littlethink. Nox put a fucking taser in there so that if it was Roven sized, it'd be perfect. If it was anything less than them, they'd be fucking shocked.
And with each of those crystals that you drop in, lights seem to come from the dwarves themselves, centering on the middle of the room. On the center of the room, you notice a large circle that seems to be growing in size, but from there, nothing has happened.
So Nox is going to kind of wave everyone away. One sec. I was not anticipating this to be so quick, but from what I understand, this is Israel's cauldron. At least where these dwarves are going to. I don't know if we are is there. This is able to turn items of worthlessness into value. So, for example, in this case, these dwarves are showing coal being turned into gold and gems.
we need to be careful with what we're going down here. Like, far be it from me to plunge to the depths of the unknown, but when it comes to conversion ratios,
Doesn't that sound a bit too much like the Philosopher's Stone?
well, exactly. When it comes to conversion stuff, I'm hesitant. There's always something that has to be paid for more than we expect, and with whatever we see, I don't know what we're gonna do, if there's gonna be some fever dream or trance or whatnot, but just realize any trade that goes on, there's always more than what you bargained for. Has to be.
I will remind you that there is only one trade that we are interested in with this cauldron.
Maybe to bury it, even just the arrow crystals, they seem valuable.
Do I need to repeat myself on that?
Oh, heard
No.
you.
Okay, good.
Heard you.
Mark, if only it were that simple. Dealings with
You
the
fucking
being,
know things. You should be talking more often.
and when I do speak, you make me wish that I had not. But I was going to comment that dealings of these are not usually satisfied with the material goods. They usually want something more immaterial and more valuable. Keep in mind, we are dealing with other deities, gods, and the like.
Nox is gonna look at Naya. Well, Naya, ultimately, this call is yours.
Wherever Naya is.
I thought she was in the room with us. She's
I
here.
think she is. I just
She's in
can't
the
see
room.
token.
So, okay, so we've got 3 of them, and
You watch as Eris attempted to fit the top half of the statue on top of the second half, but even as he fills the bowl with the arrow crystal, nothing seems to occur.
can I inspect one of the working statues a little closer to see if there are any, like, rooms or markings or whatever that are visible?
Sure.
Alright, Arcana?
Arcana.
11. It is not Nia's night with the dice.
You do notice that these are very intricate statues. They look very, very lifelike. Now, aside that from the garden gnome style picture I put, but these look to be like 4 separate individual dwarves that are holding 4 separate individual bowls. So each one seems to have been crafted by a particular craftsman, and they do have comparable large amounts of runes along the edges of their bases, as well as what seems to be a flow of magic up from their feet into their hands through the bowls and then forward.
So we can't really. This is kind of nothing burger because only 3 of them won't activate whatever this is. Can Nia investigate the rune circle, whatever they're pouring their magic into?
Sure.
Try that again. 22 this time.
You recognize Dimensional Gate.
Ah. Would it be possible to, like, power this from the quadrant it's not getting power from manually?
I want to see Nox squat and hold a bowl above his head.
I literally walked back from pouring myself.
Nox heard all of that, so you may need to repeat yourself in exactly that tone.
I literally came back to, I want to watch Nox squat and hold a bowl over his head. I'm like, what fucking fetish are you into?
Naya said that, is there a way we could replicate this? And I was like, yes, I want to see the shortest member of the group squat on top of a statue and then hold a bowl over his head in an attempt to replicate the effect. But I would tell you that as funny as the imagery in my head, that would not work.
Nox is literally going to look at Naya. Really? You really, really want me to try this?
Nia shrugs a little bit. I mean, you can. I don't know if it'll work. She, like, goes over to the broken statue and, like, squats down to run her fingers around the base the runes here, and then she runs them up along a channel, like cleverly disguised in the folds of the dwarf's clothing, and like points out where it breaks, and then continues it up to the bowl. I don't think. I mean, I guess you could draw it on yourself, but like the runes need to be unbroken to work, I think.
Are you concerned that the portal in front of us is actually not the full portal?
I don't know if it's actually going to work the right way. It's unbalanced.
Is it actually unbalanced? I didn't sense that.
Looks. I could be incorrect.
No,
Well,
maybe you have seen something I have not.
no, I. This is just instinctive. Like this is just like.
Well,
I feel like it should have all four, but if it works with three, well.
no, you're not incorrect. When it comes to Arcana stuff, it's very instinctual. There's only so much science and so much questionability.
Well.
It's remarkably intuitive. So.
I don't know. If it's open, then I'm only concerned that we might not be able to get back from where it sends us if it's unbalanced. It might fizzle out. Or maybe it'll just has a shorter period of time it'll be open. I don't know. I just feel like it should have anchors on all four sides.
Nox.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Nox is going to sigh
He's going to
quietly.
pick up a rock and like throw it at the gate and just sort of underhand it at the gate. Oh boy, Nia killed the entire searcher.
Did we
Sorry,
lose the
repeat
PM again?
No, sorry, I was getting asked another question by another player, and at the same time, what was the question?
She threw a rock at the portal.
Just to see if it went through or like something.
The rock skids across the floor.
Didn't even go through, right?
Well,
It did
I mean,
not.
to be fair, this might be the kind of thing that needs to be activated by a person. So, tally ho, I guess. And she steps on.
No, you don't.
Oh, does not, and she does
You
absolutely nothing.
see that she steps onto this thing, and nothing happens.
Yep, it needs all four.
Well, unfortunately, then we'll have to go and locate the spare statue, which means going down these stupid stairs. Let's be honest.
Guys, you've noticed Eris is gone.
Ah, well, Nia proceeds down the stairs after him.
Nox goes on the trip. Eris, did you leave ahead of us?
And you fuckers get annoyed at me for running ahead.
Well, notice that bitch that you far less there, Vale.
You find
I'm
Eris
slightly more
standing among a puddle of gold that he is picking up together.
Nia's going to find something that isn't gold, preferably another rock, and cast light on it and just sort of toss it into the middle of the room so we can see a little better.
The floor is covered in coins.
Huh.
This is not concerning at all, is it?
Ah, I guess we found the dragon's lair.
Uh-huh.
Which means Nia throwing our glowing rock into the middle of the room is probably going to get us attacked.
Eris, are you receiving me? Nox will say as he's walking down.
Yes, I'm receiving you. It's just lots of things to pick up.
Nia grabs Vale's elbow
Doing
and
things.
whispers, Did the illustrious one happen to say if this thing can be reasoned with?
Vale will quirk an eyebrow at Kadros and ask him.
There's something very wrong here. I don't trust it.
I'm rolling for traps. Can I roll for perception and traps? Shit.
You see what looks like an elderly tiefling sitting on a chair as he's running his fingers through. He's kind of not even sitting in the throne like correctly. He's like legs over one edge, back on the other side, and he's just running his fingers through the gold.
Oh boy.
You see a massive amount of coinage. The entire floor of this room is covered in coin.
Nox is going to the chirp. I swear to God, if a single one of you fucking touches any of these, I will shoot you in the thigh myself. There's something
And Eris is
deeply
already
wrong
collected coin.
Vale will
Remember
come
that there's a
gently
door
over
here.
the chirp and goes, Eris, do me a favor and just gently put all that down.
That's not a door, Air. Sorry, that's just part of the map. I apologize.
Oh, okay. It looks like door. I wanted to scares.
Nia squares her shoulders and is like, all right, you know
How
what?
about you stop for a moment, little lady who's deciding to walk into portals stupidly? You can square your shoulders and hold off for a moment.
You've
I'm
been
rolling for
told.
fucking traps.
It's not physical traps, I think, Vale. It's most likely.
I really don't care. Right now, I'm doing whatever I can before we have to deal with the guy with the giant head.
Rilvin, we're in a planet full of demons, correct?
We are in as close to literal hell as is possible, as far as I'm concerned.
Naya, you know the very
I
thing
got a
that
20,
fucked
by
your
the way.
brother up? I think
it?
it could be Wes here.
Oh, probably. But the thing is, with devils, she sort of shrugs.
There's always a back door they will try and fuck you from, right?
Or in, yes.
I got a 20. Do I find any fucking traps?
You look around at the immaculate style of stonemanship down here, but as you kind of crease your fingers along the edge, carefully looking for any nook or cranny that an arrow or a bolt could be coming out, you don't find any particular traps.
Do we just leave? She looks.
Retreat with the creature?
That's what I was going to do. I'm.
You have a mission to finish.
Yes.
Don't put yourself in jeopardy for this. You'll be in enough danger without it.
She pauses.
How do we wish
hold
to
on.
handle this?
Merc? Do you have any reason to be down here?
Other than the piles and piles of gold.
The gold is irrelevant. It is a trick. It is a lie. You would far sooner lose everything you ever could hope for, probably, here, than to find a single ounce of truth.
Well, we won't know until we treat with it, should we?
You say this, but Eris's pockets are very full of electrum and copper.
Nia's going to just squint out at this. Does any of this spark a single neuron in her pointy little head? Like,
Since when is your head pointy?
Eris, how
Sorry,
much?
commentary.
Eris, do I
Hey,
have to pay you?
can y'all do a perception check real quick?
oh boy.
Nat 20.
Eris is gone.
I rolled a 1. Nia can't see shit.
You are more focused on your anxiety right now.
Nia's
Where's
trying to
Eris?
Figure out who the fuck
15.
that guy is.
Nox rolled a 24.
Oh, Eris, no, Eris, no.
Nox is going to walk outside and fire a single round over Eris's shoulder.
I'm not on the ground.
Uh-oh.
Well, it doesn't
Let's
matter.
get the party started.
He's fucking shooting at Eris. He's,
No, you can't see me.
Wait, what?
I rolled a 24.
He is
Right.
curl. He is. You cannot see him.
Oh, no
You
shit.
can't see me.
Uh-oh.
Nox is walking out. Where is he?
He is also walking out. Oh, uh-oh.
Eris, you are just underneath all of the gold pieces. As I'd like to believe like the two feathers seem to come up like a scuba, looking around
No, I'm
like a
gonna
periscope.
keep going like, underneath the bridge and then keep going through, like be part of the bridge kind of thing, right?
You do notice the statue behind him is hollow.
Bill, please remind me that when I find Eris, I am going to shoot him in his fucking thigh!
How would you to wait for a moment?
I will wait. I will wait till he is fully rested and recovered and shoot him there. Just remind him of his
Nox,
fucking...
enough.
He's an imbecile! This is a fucking trick!
As
Well, now that we
the
made ourselves known,
tiefling, who, by the way, is kind of just in rags, looks in the direction of Naya, Merc, and Nox. He immediately drops the gold he's holding and smiles with glee. He's like, "Finally, you've arrived! Oh, good day, good joyous day. Oh, good, come, please. I've been waiting. I've been so excited. I've been watching. Yes, you finally arrived. It's going to be here soon.
Nia ascends the stairs.
What's going to be here soon?
Oh yes, come, child. It's so good to see you.
Mm.
Oh, look at you. You're so. Oh, for a bard, you're so beautiful.
Naya, stop.
Sir,
Oh.
who might you be? She's
Ah,
like,
Oh, I apologize, sir. And he kind of stands up and he kind of stands in the middle of the gold and he like brushes off coins that have been sitting on top of him.
Are
As
we
he
literally dealing with a? Are we literally
stands,
dealing with a fucking Ebenezer Scrooge McDuck?
No.
he kind of reaches down inside some of the gold piles next to him and he pulls out what looks like a bent crown and he puts on his head. He goes, "I have been waiting, my subjects. To have you in my presence has left me with such joy. To be in yours as you are mine. Bask away, if you will.
Roven,
I have been
Yeah.
waiting."
are you?
Sir,
Robin
we're going to
is-
need a little bit more information.
Robin is going to cast Pass Without Trace and get a 33 to stealth.
Jesus Christ.
Roven, where are you?
What's the radius on that?
The radius on that is 30 feet.
And where are you casting from?
Oh, we'll
I'm gonna-
cast it.
Harris, I'm
pulls
gonna
him.
put a green marker on you
Nia
so
folds her
that you
hands and
kind of
starts-
know how far that goes out. There you go.
I
Nia
can't see
folds
the
her
green
hands
marker.
and smiles and is like,
I'm sorry.
Oh,
So
I thought-
might have
well-
gotten me, but
It definitely
here we
getting
go.
knocked. Are we all actively within that, getting a plus to our stealth?
plus 10.
Plus
Yeah.
10
wow.
to stealth.
Pass without trace is a pretty good spell.
It is.
Naya, you were standing out in the middle of the lane. Now, if you're going to try to use this and hide, how would you do it? And I need a stealth roll.
Okay,
Please.
the whole point of Nia actually standing here grandstanding is so everyone else can sneak away, possibly, and then she just can talk her way out of it, maybe. Or
Well,
get back
if you
and-
do, if you don't want to, you can't. Like, it is a choice. You can choose the creatures that this spell affects.
Huh.
That
Well,
was
then
not what
I'm
I expected.
involving myself in that.
Sure. So, if Nia, if you want to remain unstealthed, and we'll just let the rest of the party.
Thank you.
Can I choose to be stealthed later, or is this on casting?
No, it's at time of casting.
Fuck.
God damn it! Why is no one? Ah!
You
Ally
just have
army.
you just have the bonus. You don't have to roll a stealth.
The,
when it
the
comes.
mental image of Roven being like, "Hold on, I have to activate this on you immediately pushes Ilnaya into a pile of gold.
Nia just yep, and disappears.
Yep.
Never to be seen again.
Well, at least you can go be a goldfish.
Vale,
Good,
Merc,
come on.
Vale, Merc, Nox, are you guys taking cover?
Yeah.
Nox is taking cover, but he knows full well that he's not able to be stealthy enough. He's wearing half plate. He knows that it's not going to work on him.
Yeah, Merc is not going to even attempt to stealth.
Nox just takes a covering position and readies himself. I swear to God, all of you that are fucking approaching, I am gonna fucking scold you later.
Swear to Slater, Knox. Shut up.
Nia
Vale,
just
what
sort
was
of
your stealth? Because I'm
I think
assuming
I
you're
got like.
hiding.
Yes, I am. I got like a 26.
Are you hiding in the shadow of Naya, or where are you going?
Kind of in the combination of the shadow of Naya and also whatever else I can.
You try to keep yourself cowered down to be right in her image so that you don't allow anything kind of to be exposed. Finding that your feet match her steps as she kind of steps forth. Well, don't be standing there. We need to go ahead and get ready. Oh, it's been so long. I've been waiting for individuals to come, and I knew that you would be hearing about wonderful tales of my ways. And to finally have you here.
Robin is not convinced that this is a tiefling.
Majesty, what name should I be praising?
Roven, we have
I-
a problem here and you know it.
the highest of all and the one below ground, from that of which this wonderful nation fell before and only will now be brought up again. I, Igdarin, your king, have finally been waiting for wonderful subjects of old to arrive. Please, do not hide, child. I need to see your face close.
But Majesty,
Rovan.
I fear the lava.
Hmm.
I am very flammable. I daren't approach.
Oh goodness! And when he stands up, he reaches down and takes up with him like this kind of bident shaped staff that he uses as a walker to kind of like get him forward as he kind of like fear not of the heat in the mag. He looks up the edge. Whew, hot. I assure you, the only one here who's of any issue is Curly in that box over there, and he has been quite quiet the last 2 or 3 years.
Can we see which box he's indicating?
He's pointing to this box.
Huh.
Now tell me, would your friends also care to at some point show most of their other selves? I know that they came down with you, and their abilities are quite spectacular.
They're quite shy, Majesty. Give them time to become accustomed to your resplendence.
Can we just pause for a second? Rovan, I grant that you're blending with wall. Your radius is what fucking protects us, and you need to be within 30 feet of us.
It's not constant. It's when he
It
casts
is a
it.
constant. You need to be in his radius.
When you make the roll, yes.
Oh, well, never mind that.
Yeah.
Blend
So-
with wall as you'd like, sir.
Consider this wall blended.
Shall then.
Nox is going to whisper over the chirp. I don't trust him, so no, I will not show myself. This is wrong in so many ways.
We've heard he's spoken his name now, yeah? Do we have any insight about him? Anything from history? Anything?
Vale, my name is... I literally had the snark in there. And I fucking missed it. God damn it.
Eris, by the way, where are you technically located?
Vale, my name is Thornhill Jack.
Hermit.
What could
I
ever
sent you a message about it.
tell you who I am?
What would it? I'm assuming it would be history, probably, to figure out who the fuck this Igdarin guy is. Or is it like something unexpected, like Arcana, or I don't know, religion?
A history check.
History. Okay. Oh boy, he is not great at this.
I got like a 20-something for
Goodness.
some knowledge of something. I should probably check my history. Hang on.
15.
I lied. Make that a 17.
By the way,
You
Rovan-
had
Sorry, go ahead.
you had heard of many people kind of coming to fame on their times or making deals with devils in their moments on Pyrus Etern. Igdarin was a name that kind of came up, but it was not always associated as a devil.
For what it's worth, Rovan...
Just a name of a lord.
So that's on. For what it's worth, Veil of Shadows and Silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10 dex stealth check, can't be tracked except by magical means. So for 1 hour, you're able to choose someone, friends within you, to give a plus 10 to their stealth check. So it's not...
Masking you and your companions plural from detection.
Yeah, so...
For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a plus 10 bonus.
So I suspect if you're supposed to...
Within 30 feet of you.
So it's just, from what I understand is...
For the duration within 30 feet of you.
Okay, so
for 1 hour.
Yeah. So Robin can stay within 30 feet of everybody.
Yeah.
Desired.
I do apologize, but it's one of those things where it's
Yeah, no, it's
You can still run off solo. Just
if you guys want the stealth,
There's walls to be
assistance.
melded with.
Yes.
He kind of comes across the magma and he goes, "My darling, you don't need to be. I've wanted to hear your song since the moment you've stepped in here."
Mia blushes vehemently, looks down very demurely. You honor me, Majesty. What would you like to hear?
Only your finest. It's time for celebration, and my subjects have finally arrived again, and I am only wanting to enjoy this moment.
Swan, has he moved any further forward than where he is?
Not currently.
Nox is going to quietly mutter to himself. Elements of the sun, elements of the day, please come this way. Power of the night and day, I summon thee. I call upon Nikki to protect me, so shall let it be.
He's prepping himself.
Rovan will
Mia
sneeze.
just like,
That's awkward as shit every time.
Sorry, no, you have a 20-foot. Shit, how big is the damn radius, Nox? Is it 20 or 15?
Let me just double check. So I'll double check. You continue on.
I'll put 20. Yeah, I think it's 20.
Sean, would I be able to expel one ranger slot and use primeval awareness?
I put prime eval awareness. Yes, you may.
Okay, does that reveal anything else to me?
Messages?
Huh.
I assure that you've been waiting this whole time in order to go ahead and I've wanted to hear songs from my childhood that I know you've been researching. Tell me,
yes, Majesty.
Swan, all I can say
and he
is
looks in,
I have a plus
and he looks
2.
in the distance, and he looks in the distance to see Nox, and he goes, "I know someone's over there. I can smell such sweet flowers coming off of you. There's no reason to hide."
I am not hiding. If you have noticed, I don't care. There's something very wrong about this.
If it's payment that you want, I'm here to give it to you.
I don't care about money from you.
Oh dear.
I understand what you're. Please, all can be explained in time. Please come with me.
If you know your subject so well, then you understand we've seen a lot of shit in our life, and the last thing we are comfortable with is random acts of generosity. Especially when one of our friends is currently being a fucking tool.
You don't know anything.
He's disappeared and not responding over chirp. He is being a tool.
When
He's
he
not
sits
being
back in
a
the
tool by his own account. Just so you're aware.
when he sits back in the chair, you actually can now see that the throne is not really a throne. It looks to be a very elaborate, very well made dwarven spell jamming helm, kind of
Oh
sitting
my.
on top of a pile of gold. And
Oh, I see.
the reason I say that he was not sitting correctly is because he can't fit in it.
Oh.
He's more portly, so he doesn't fit in the correct size. So
No,
that's
not-
why his legs were hanging off one side. He's like, "Oh,
Nox is
I
going to
must say,
speak over chirp.
He's the one piloting this rock. Hey, Eris, I know you wanted to take this rock.
Mia pauses, like midway down the aisle. Majesty, is She looks up at the. Does the head look like a younger version of him?
No.
Okay. Majesty, is that is there something under all of this gold, Majesty?
A little of this, a little of that, but I mean, my wealth is only as valued as what I can bring forth, and I want to make sure that I go ahead and show that I have been valued as I always have been.
Majesty,
From the highest mountains down to below, I am going to lead this nation once more out of the poverty of scoundrels and thieves. But not to you, rogue. I know somewhere in here you are, and I have seen your work. I have heard your name. I have watched what you have done, your stealthiness around in the slaying of such creatures that have made their way into my kingdom. Oh, sickening, but you have made it so.
Vale is just shrinking further into any shadow she can find.
And he kind of looks over in the distance at Merc. My warriors, my fighters. Two of a kind, if I will say. So interesting. And yet, for Warforged, you are not of brothers. You've come not from the womb, and yet you look so alike. Fascinating. I love every moment. Ooh, thrills.
At this point, Rowan would like to hunter's mark him, please.
Nox is going to speak up with Chirp. The fact that he detects brothers out of muck. He is overextending
Nox?
his abilities.
Knocks the box next to you kind of shakes for a second.
Nox will happily fucking put a bullet in it. Actually, no. He's going to kick it into the lava.
No, what? Wait, no. That's the guy
The-
who was
the
here
And the
before.
box goes over and into the
No!
magma.
Oh, God.
Oh no!
There was a person in there. Don't do that.
Good riddance. He was being so troublesome, honestly. I was really getting sick and tired of having to deal with him. Though I must say, he was tasty for the first couple of months, but afterwards just kind of didn't bring a foul flavor to my taste buds, if you will. I was trying to keep him contained for the moment, but this does well for him, if you will say.
Majesty? What do you mean?
Yes, my darling.
What do you want from us?
Nothing more for you to be here and to go ahead and display yourselves. I wish for your name so I am able to address my subject correctly.
No, do not give him your name.
Can I roll Arcana here? Because Nia is picking up breadcrumbs.
You can. You could do insight.
I'm better at Arcana, to be
You could do Arcana, but I'm not going to tell you insight.
honest. Fine.
No one give names.
Rowan will also do an insight.
Nox is going to realize he may have said
my God.
Eris's name.
30-20.
And Rowan got a 22.
You feel he's genuinely trying to address you properly as he is beginning to take small amounts of coin and place them into bags, and he kind of sorts them out. I believe you are of 6, but you also have that group that seems to be up on your nice flying boat. I count how many there were when I saw it. Oh dear. He kind of puts down his staff to go ahead and take another hand and just kind of haphazardly pour more gold into a bag.
There was 50 of us up above, if you're so concerned.
I was ensuring that I knew the legends were going to go ahead and bring more, but I had not. Well, 50 will have to do for now. It's going to take at least 100 of you in order to get this place up and running once more. So I am excited nonetheless to have any and all I can. A 50 will begin, but even one is more than enough to start and lead this nation.
What nation?
Um,
We belong to no one. Did you know that?
I have no idea what you're asking for, and if you wish us to serve you well, we do need a little more information, Majesty.
Rowan would like to see if he can try and spot where Eris is, and has a perception of 21.
Oh, you're doing that. He kind of... I recognize this smell. He kind of turns and looks over at the statue behind him.
Huh?
Are you in there, my sweet druid? Are you looking around? Picking your eyes where they shouldn't? It's okay. I can hear your heartbeat from here. He puts his ear to the large head. You need not be afraid of me. I have nothing of value against you. I just simply want to speak for you. For Uzania will rise once more.
Nox is going to scream across. Eris, you have one chance!
Wait, what? Wait.
Otherwise, you are free!
Weird murder.
I have smelled this before.
Roven, I want to take a shot, but you know better than me.
What?
He takes time to kind of lumber around. He picks up his staff as he kind of puts a hand on his back and goes, "Oh, I had wished that I had not spent my years like this, but
Roven,
why are you so fearful of your king?" I can offer more. I can offer magic items. I can offer gems of any wide variety for you.
if you
If the heat alone is the issue, I can find you plenty of rooms in this location that do not involve the smolderiness, but I assure you, it is all part of the ambience.
it's Paul, part of the act.
He kind of gestures as he looks over the edge of the magma. This is no act. That is full strength heat you feel, brimming with energy and flame.
Then why was the world above you fucking dead? Everything is dead up there.
He kind of takes the staff and gives like a tired look, and he goes, "A false name trying to take hold of a place that was once made strong. I have liberated it, made it anew. Those falsehoods only led that individual that now floats down to the bottom of nothing but sediment and burn.
Or a false
But now-
pretender to the world above who failed in his coup.
Bah,
Oh no.
coup! I assure you there will be no coup here. The Legion of Uzania will only become strong with the many that have been come."
Says a martyr to the cause.
And you, my fine sharpshooter, I have seen your work. Tell me, have you worked for years with the gun, or has it all been along with that mechanical one beside you?
Nox is literally gonna fucking zip away for out of distance.
Quick for a small one. I love it.
You claim power over me when you do not have it. I have not sworn fealty to you. You are merely a pretender to my domain.
Bard, I believe I asked for music. Did I not hear it? Did you not get my request?
Of course, Majesty. I merely wish to consider what style. I'm not certain. I know the songs you hope for.
One of your hometowns. I assure you, we will make all new hometowns soon.
Oh, of course, Majesty. Nia is just going to keep distracting him slash you know. She's going to keep going along with it to see what he spills. Hopefully something, and hopefully soon. So she unslings her lute and gives it a little strum. You know.
You know a beast master when I've heard one. I know somewhere in here you are lurking, moving between the coin. I always try to find that. Your work next to the rogue has been quite impressionable. I would love it. The thrill of watching someone control something so strong and fit. We will certainly make it a beast of work. If we had fields to till, we would make them till.
Noyala, why are you singing such songs?
Nayala, I don't.
He's
DM don't know.
giving fake names.
Mm-hmm.
You know. It's a, it's
Oh,
what you do
sorry.
when you don't want to be stuck in a Fey deal.
Robin will look at Little Think. Little Think will look at Robin. Both of them will just shrug. I don't think he's talking about us.
Yes, and I. Wait. Interesting. He steps forth and approaches Naya and just. Curious.
Majesty? You know,
You have been around. He kind of walks around you, Naya, just kind of sniffing around. A couple times his head goes very awkwardly close. You have been around one before, but you don't appear to have been touched in any way. I feel that this is most beneficial to you, my bard. I cannot have you being deceived by those of ill thought and anger. I speak, of course, of those disgusting dragons.
Loyala, do not believe a word he says.
Hadros is
And
just hovering in the back out of sight, going, what should I do about this?
Nia
And
shoots
my
a
rogue-
sidelong look at Nox and just sort of like makes a very small quelling gesture, like, I know, stop, he's going to hear you.
you flow with scent, and yet you. As I watched, you did not appear to be of half-breed. Had you laid with one before? I'd love to know which name. Who did you cross by? It makes no matters not. I need a queen nonetheless, and you will make do, but you need not hide from me in the shadows. It's only going to make things more interesting for me anyway.
Viala. Hovenia. Do not listen to him.
All right, Nixie, all right.
Can I grab the Cadros token?
I apologize. Kadros token right here. Kadros has been slyly moving around you the whole time.
Yeah, he's invisible and just sticking around.
Noted, Merc. As he looks up and down, Merc, he's like, interesting. He lifts up your cloak for a second, puts it back down, goes ahead and inspects. I was expecting more warriors than just two, but I will take what I can. I need guards in this. By the 9 hells, I swear I will have more security by my end.
Well, Majesty, you certainly have the resources. All you need is the people to do the legwork. Fortunately, here we are. Are there specifics you would like in your employees?
He hasn't addressed you yet, but he kind of still turns to Merc and is like, make sure that my queen stays safe. I had not been with many and long, and I want to ensure that I keep everything safe on a good night. Now, let's address the familiar scent once more. Turns in the direction of Nox as he kind of rounds the corner.
Uh-oh.
Now that is a scent I know of. He kind of looms around the opposing gold on the opposite side of you, Nox.
Nox will quickly shift around and move to another. Is it? He's on high alert.
Nia very softly is going to be like,
You move closer, I will open fire.
Mr. Bird, perhaps get into the spelljamming chair and take control of what I'm assuming is a very
Yes,
mech hiding beneath the
a
gold.
spelljammer. That is why I know this scent well. You have been around her, and she lived. Arius, the praise, the fang still exists. Oh, glory's day. And he seems to rush his way back across that wooden staff, kind of just tapping the ground as he kind of heads over towards a collection of like paintings. And he starts brushing through them. He goes, I knew that she was somewhere among the stars. She had left. My brood sister had been here once before, but now that I know that she still lives, I smell the scent upon 2 of you.
Oh dear.
But Only two of you have met her before. She must keep to her ways quiet most. Yes, to ensure that she still believes the cult of dragons still lives on. Tell me, have you met Arius before?
The dragons are dead.
Oh, I assure you, if Arius still lives, oh, her sweet wings moving across.
Would Cadros know of that name?
Wasn't that
No.
the dragon who was stuck in the mirror at the top of the observatory?
Sure. Okay, you're not saying that out loud, right?
Of course not.
Okay, good.
No, this is out of character.
2 and 2.
When
Okay.
when he pulls out the painting, Ilnaya, he kind of shows it to you. He goes, I have waited to ensure that each and every one would be safe. I have unfortunately lost many of my paintings to time themselves, whether they have been lost to the powers or not. But if you bring her to me, I assure you, you will be paid handsomely.
She is dead. We have seen her soul crushed before us.
A smell that strong tells me not, dear warrior, dear sharpshooter and druid. I know you two have been around her.
Yes.
Which only means, oh, the carnival will begin soon.
In her dying moments, we couldn't save her.
Give me a deception check.
And yeah, offer backup of some variety. She's also going to subtly infuse her subtle strumming, with inspiration, give bardic inspiration to Nox, because this is fucking. I knew this was a dragon, but oh boy.
Yeah, Nox didn't realize a dragon, but he knew exactly what he was talking about. So
See, I was expecting a devil or something. I was thinking dragon, then it was maybe devil, but no, he's a dragon. That's a fucking dragon. That sure is a dragon.
Yep.
Was
That's
the
what I
one
was
who was
implying.
in the mirror red? I can't remember what color she was.
silver, if I recall.
She was a fang.
She was a what?
A fang dragon.
We
Also known as
need
a great
backup.
dragon.
We have been through
Ah.
most of this dungeon, and I have a bad feeling that that dragon at the beginning of the cave.
It's him.
Was this guy?
Is that one right there? Yes.
The one I've been literally avoiding.
And yet,
Yes.
Cadros didn't inform me of this. I'm a little insulted.
Cadros is keeping quiet. Is keeping a very low profile.
Cadros is telepathic.
Cadros is trying not to get detected by the dragon,
Also true.
So
who's
I-
looking for other dragons.
So Rovan, I thought Rovan sort of made this clear and went that tiefling is not a tiefling. I thought
Yep.
that
I
was
think everybody knew that that tiefling was not a tiefling.
Yes.
Yeah, I was guessing dragon, but I again wasn't certain until the brood sister thing.
Tell me, how much would it take to go ahead and have you arrive and bring her forth? 2 million?
Majesty, as
What?
I speak only truth when I say, as much as we would love to do this for you, she is no longer with us. It would take, if you have, I mean, if you have part of her body and enough magic, perhaps you could recall her. But she is, as far as I know, gone. Very, very gone.
A strength that strong could be brought forth through that of probably one of her own eggs.
Her what?
Give me a perception check, and I also need an insight. Not an insight. Well,
Deception.
no, deception for that previous statement earlier.
Can Nox give Naya
16 and a deception, you said? From
assist on
24
that?
for
Because
perception.
we're both trying to.
The deception from Nia, you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for taking that, Naya.
21 for the deception and 16
Oh.
for the perception.
The closer the truth is to a lie, the easier it is.
I genuinely thought she was dead. She's not dead. I don't know what happened to her. I remember something
So
about
for
the mirror
her,
break.
for you, it's not a perception. Or sorry, a deception. For you, it's absolute truth.
That's even better for Nox.
The high deception roll is because she's deceived her so well that she thinks that it's
Deceived
true.
herself.
She hasn't been clued into that. Well, I guess she hasn't clued in.
About the only way to bring her back would be through that power of an egg. You do notice that he does make a soft turn towards the head for a second, as if just to look at it, and it almost seems like he just makes sure the head is still there, before he turns back and be like, "Why do you need to lie to me, my bard?
Just
I
as
know that deep down she is not dead. I hear it in your words, and you need not fear. It's okay.
I
The company of us wyverns will go ahead and take to the skies once more.
That's higher than a
From them
21.
above,
This is really, really powerful.
just she sounds genuinely confused because she kind of is because I genuinely am like seriously out of character. What the fuck happened to this dragon? I thought she was gone.
Well,
I
well,
remember the mirror.
well, like no. We'll explain after. Keep role playing with it in confusion because that might help. We'll explain after. I'm sorry, but it just works.
if it is the words of the small one, I assure you, if he had not known of the location of sweet Arya, I would not care. But you need not fear, sweet bard. It is okay. The reins will be taken up once more, and many just need to be shown.
So what if the sweet one that you have found, the soul is able to be retrieved? What, you want us to retrieve it and bring it back to you?
Yes, bring her back so that we can go ahead and claim once more the skies. There's so much power and enjoyment here.
How would you bring
With
her
her
back?
Oh, if I smell her scent, I know that she is not dead. In fact, you have seemed to be around more than one. Yes, I don't recognize the smell, not from our area, but certainly.
Show your true form.
At least ask politely.
He looks grimaced at Nox for a second.
I don't respect liars.
And I don't respect a. I was hoping my subjects would have to be a little less troublesome.
We're not subjects until we've come to an agreement. And you never established agreement. You assumed, you fool. I prefer discussing on open terms. Tell us what you want, we will negotiate. Ever since you came here, I haven't trusted you for a moment because you have not been speaking the truth.
I have spoken nothing but truth to you.
You've called us your subjects. We're not your subjects. No agreement was made.
You were subjects the moment you stepped down here. Moment that you went ahead and bed yourself inside this place.
And what if we were invaders? Mercenaries. A troop of interlopers.
Then you can sit atop your throne.
No.
And he points at the pile of gold behind you.
Uh-oh.
Nox, give me a perception check.
Oh, thank God, there's a high roll.
Oh God.
23.
You do notice that among the piles of gold, you notice what almost looks like a bone sticking out.
Is it intriguing or is it irrelevant to my cause at hand?
In a room full of gold, a bone sticking out of a pile is a little uncertain.
Majesty, since we...
Aloy, there is a bone in the pile behind me. Please investigate, my darling.
And Nox is going to keep staring at this creature.
Nia is going to still her fingers on her lute, put her palm over the strings to quiet them. Majesty, if I may make the request, please? May we see your true form? I don't wish to presume, but you are a dragon, correct? As your sister is? I don't mean to lie. I did genuinely presume.
Yeah,
she
you need
had
to speak up.
You're slowly going to whisper. You're good though.
Majesty, I presumed your sister had passed. She appeared to have, but surely you know better. A sibling knows. But could we see your true form? If would that be comfortable for you?
You have told us what you are through subtle methods.
I mean, it's not especially subtle, Nixie. After all, he did, tell us.
I'm gonna reach up towards your face and run his finger along the bridge of your neck towards your jaw and then off of your chin. And he goes,
Nox will like his gun will go from like low ready to suddenly high ready, aiming right down.
and as Alloy fishes through the gold, you hear her shuffling things around before she lets you know, boss.
Ah. It's a charnel mound.
And while you're looking at the gold now, you hear him say, "Had I not known that Abad wished to lay with me as well, I would have had a more exciting time preparing for today.
Oh my god.
But very well, if nothing less, I am a suitor of all."
Oh no. Yes,
And you see him place both of. He seems to let go of the staff, and the staff, which has, for the most part, been kind of flimsy and falling apart back and forth, he lets go, and it just floats in the air.
Ah, staff of polymorph. Understandable.
Fool of a took. You will be the doom of you all.
And when he turns, he does it almost with grace. And he finally looks and says, "And you may now bow before your king."
Nox firing
And he
2 rounds
puts
at him.
both hands on the down, and you immediately hear the cracking of bones. Body seems to shift. His jaw seems to elongate. You see his neck seems to immediately spring forth. From his back pants, you see a long tail seem to emerge as you see this magnificently long and very huge Rattler dragon form before all of you.
Does Nox take 2 rounds off before the full transformation?
Oh, you could totally.
Yeah, so that would be a 30 and a 26.
Hey, are rattlers immune to magma?
You could do an Arcana check, and
So
the
Rovan is
32 hits.
One,
19.
just the 32 hits. Sorry,
The 32 hits.
but the 26 doesn't.
The 32 hits.
Ooh.
so yeah. Is that an accurate picture of him, Sean?
That's an accurate picture of him.
Okay.
As he pulls himself forth, and he finally makes his appearance, I require all players to make a wisdom score 19
Oh boy.
Oh
DC saving throw.
dear.
Got it.
So Nox does
What's that?
25 damage, by the way.
Oh no.
He
What's he
rolled.
doing that causes that?
Mia rolled a natural 1.
22.
Oh boy. Oh wait, but I think she gets advantage from the dragon outfit she's still wearing.
Also, potentially Fey ancestry, depending on like what precisely your
Oh, that's
Oh
convenient.
no, she's half wood elf.
He is.
You would be
I
Merc.
think you are considered Fey, technically, and depending on the charm, depending on the effect, you may be immune.
This is frightful presence.
Yeah.
As
Right.
each creature of my choice within 120 feet of the dragon that is aware of that he is aware of, which is all of you.
Is he aware of Kadros?
He is aware of
Everyone.
not Kadros.
Oh.
Well, Roman with the stealth check, because unless he was using magical means to detect, Roman with pass without trace would have been.
If you got greater than if you met 19 or above, you're good. If not,
Yeah.
you are frightened for 1 minute.
Nia's
Right, but
terrified
how
for
can he
10
frightened?
fucking
He may be
rounds.
aware of me, but I'm not
20.
aware of him. How does that work?
He knows
Yeah.
all of you have been here since the very beginning.
Yeah.
Because that is how layer actions work.
Yeah.
Yep, we're in trouble.
And he's
Huh?
made the entire place his lair.
What's this check again? It's a
It's a 19 or greater.
of what?
Wisdom.
Nox passes with a nat 20. Ally fails with a 5.
Who
Wait.
did not pass?
Wait, you said fear check?
Is frightened.
Roman
Frightened is a
didn't.
condition where the creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while within line of sight.
Alloy is actually
And you
not
can-
immune to frightens. Shit.
And I'm not in line of sight.
Yes, there's actually a joke about that one, Nox, about that that the artificer's companion for some reason has fright. Like, why? I think the quote was, "Why did I build the thing with fear?"
It's surprise, charm, poison, and
And it cannot
exhaustion. But it's
It
not
cannot
immune to
move.
fucking fear.
Cannot
You can only
move
move
willingly
away,
closer.
right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nox passes with a 23 though.
Roman has failed.
And that was 25 damage to Nox's first shot.
The first shot goes off, and the first thing you notice is that his neck, where the beard had met, was already originally kind of like glowing. And now you can see down the center, there's this bright glow that I wouldn't say bright glow, but it's a dim shine that runs down his throat, kind of very spectral. And you hear the ping of the first bullet fly off, but the second shot that goes off seems to pierce right next to the cobra-like neck, and he kind of turns his head towards Nox and looks and goes, "Last chance to you all.
What's your
Kill the little one for me,
What's your negotiation?
or die here. That is your new negotiation."
Kill what?
You.
Oh, kill me. Nox is gonna raise his index finger and his middle finger, smile, flip him off. My friends that choose to betray me.
Darling, no offense. I'm attacking.
My friends that choose to betray me will show their true colors. Otherwise, get bent.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. We have waited years for this moment.
Oh, shut the fuck up!
And he
he's a
smacks
necromancer.
his tail against the ground, and he says, "Let the carnival of flames begin." Nox, FYI, I'm leaving you this moment to let you know that copyright is kicking in.
Oh, one sec.
Oh god, I'm betting Dancing Mad? This feels
Nope.
like a Dancing Mad moment.
Give me a moment, 'cause I gotta mute the... Which sucks is I gotta mute the...
You're killing the buzz, brother.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get there!
Mute the entire stream so that you can talk to him.
Quick check. Kinku, I've muted it. I don't hear anything from it, which is really sad. Fuck, I don't know even what could fill in for, like, random noise, so...
It's okay. You can dub in some like royalty-free stuff later. There's some pretty good ones. I'll have to find the site I was using.
Yeah, please do, because I have no idea. So, all right, you're good to go. Kenku has been 100% muted.
All right, hit it.
I really want to hear the music, so good luck.
Go ahead and set
Okay,
this
where's
to
this
all
from again? This
players to
sounds
see
so
the name.
familiar, and I can't remember.
Sounds
This
Final
is
Fantasy.
La Signa Boss Phase 2, my favorite song. Ladies and gentlemen, he leaves you this choice. Kill Nox or die here, as two large spouts of magma close off the only exit.
Nia's frightened. She can't fucking do anything.
Hmm.
Make your
Roman will-
choice, my sweetheart.
Roman will come over to the chirp and whisper, "Hey Nox, do you want to play dead?" So the rattlers are intelligent and playful when it comes to toying with opponents, or prey they say is weak. So maybe there's some way we can use this to our advantage.
Do we need to roll initiative, Sean?
I don't know.
I have
You
no
gonna
idea
kill
what the
Nox?
fuck is going on here.
We don't have to permanently kill Nox. We could just make him temporary, pure dead, right?
None of us likes this. Like Nia is just like standing there, gaping up at the dragon, a little bit stupid, a little bit terrified. She is no help right now. She is done for the next 10
We're
rounds.
gonna figure you out. Don't worry.
No, see, the thing is, she's the only one with the thing that gives this advantage. She's just staring up at this guy with like eyes wide, hands trembling on her lute, which she's like, she's just clutching the body of it. This is bad. This is quite bad. She is shook.
My boss.
Be it. Roman will come over the chirp as well. Be advised with your spells. The hood of this thing has a spell turning effect. So I advise caution.
I'm aiming for the hood with me and my daggers. And my first throw would be a 25.
He licks his lips as he looks towards Nox, setting off. I can't wait to feel your sweet juices slip through the dagger flies and pings off of the hood. And he turns in the direction of Vale. My queen. You wish to get frisky early now. How long have I waited till I found a dragonborn? He starts to come across the bridge. You hear the thunderous steps as it goes ahead and steps once, twice. You hear the cracking of stone underneath of it. How long have I waited for the moment to know that there were others still around? And though I do not know where that stupid piece of shard is near you, I know it's still in my home, and I want it out.
That's really too bad.
Have we
And
roll for
the
initiative?
record,
Oh, sorry.
I'm not Dragonborn. Just for flair, I think Kadros is just gonna like unfurl spectral wings behind me.
Oh, love it.
Just for fun and amusement. Just so that I
Enhance
have
narrative
that.
drama.
Oh,
Give me
I'm certain he can't do this at all, but I would love it if he could.
Give me an intimidate with advantage.
That was a nat 20.
Shit.
Question:
Also,
Who's
I'm
carrying
not
the
frightened
dynamite?
of him.
She's good at seducing the babe bosses.
As
God.
you step forth and pull back your hood, you notice that the shimmer of sapphire blue coming off of the couple scales on your head, followed by the long streak in your hair, is brimming with light. And as he seems to look at you, that shimmer causes him to see you with draconic wings behind you. And he seems to growl and shake his head back and forth, wants to kind of catch his breath as he kind of looks in your direction.
Did I get an attack of opportunity on this?
He rolled low, so I could tell you he's like, I was hoping not to have to find another queen.
Oh,
And once again, on last chance, he will look down towards Naya and be like, kill him or die.
Naya, if you believe this is unwinnable, do what needs to be done. I have no qualms.
Nia just staggers back and just sort of falls on her butt. Like she is far too shaken to be of any use here. Just staring up at this great big angry dragon like, Nox, why did you do that? Nox, why did you do that? Nox, why did you do that? Why did you do that? She scoots back a little bit more, sort of crab walking.
Can Nox yell at Alloy to punch the shit out of the bones and run in front of Naya? We will allow that, GM.
What is your goal?
Protect Naya.
In the meantime, can Rovan sneak over here and plant some explosives on this bridge?
Thinking Eris should probably try hopping in that Spelljammer chair and see what happens.
Nothing.
He
24
needs
hours.
He also
Oh.
needs to be like transferred off.
I am to
Alright.
transferred off to.
He doesn't seem to address you, Rovan.
Good. So some of those explosives that we picked up from our dwarven friend,
That's brilliant.
Rowan would like to go and plant those on that bridge right now, and light the fuse, and then retreat. Hopefully, without.
I hate to say it, but hold on, Jim. Are you allowing Nox to run in front of Naya and try to protect her?
Oh no.
Hisses
Oh.
as you go ahead and.
I thought you had Alloy doing this, not you.
No. It was
Oh, is it
Nox.
Alloy?
No, he yelled Alloy, punch the bones, and he runs up, holds himself in front of the worm.
How long are you setting the fuse for, and how much dynamite are you setting?
All of it, 5 seconds.
Oh.
So, all of you watch as from the shadows, Rovan plants the bomb and runs. And it's about then that Igdarin the Unfound Worm turns to see this bomb has been planted. And
Nox,
he just says the word "Foolish."
can Nox shoot at
And-
Ergen? Just to distract him?
Hold on. I gotta play sound effects here. Although, really, motherfucker? Really? We're gonna be doing this now?
Did it stop working? There you go.
And you see him plunge down into the magma below.
Nox had a look of absolute dumbfoundedness as the creature disappears. It's like, What?
Is Nia still frightened?
what?
Nia's just like, the fuck?
So Merc will go up to the edge and look down.
She staggers to her feet and just like
Don't these guys burrow?
look.
They do.
You can't
Oh,
really
yeah.
burrow in molten lava.
Yeah,
I
but it
mean-
could burrow into the side.
Yeah.
Swim or
I hate to
something.
say
Yeah,
it, molten lava is not liquid; it's solid. He could
Is
burrow
it
through it
that-
with damage, probably.
Probably not fast enough. Are the magma plumes still going? I'm guessing probably. If he has control of that, then
Nox is looking rather stunned.
he is just going to like back away and nope.
Can we find our
No.
druid and extricate the
Merc will say
situation?
that's probably
Run.
smart.
Get out, run immediately. Evade,
Bill-
escape.
Pull out a bag and start scooping gold into it while she's at it.
Muck,
Um,
run. And Nox is going to
can-
run this way.
Here over.
Can we just
Oh.
back up? If we don't fucking fight him here, he's gonna come after us through everywhere. It doesn't matter if we run.
It's
He's
just
gonna
like
come
we're in his
find
lair,
us.
Yeah.
I've
And he
waited
can
for the
go through
carnival,
walls.
Nox,
and
We're
it is
fucked.
now come.
Oh boy.
And you hear a thunderous sound as the entire place seems to shake, and magma starts pouring from the roof and from some of the statues.
We're all
Lovely.
going to die here.
Rage loot, let's run.
Now,
I mean, not that it's gonna be any better, but still.
now I need initiative rolls.
25.
Nox.
9 for Merc.
1.
think I got 'em all.
So Nia is a 4.
What happens if you do a nat one on an initiative roll?
You get a 4.
Two people got nat ones.
Oh my god, guys!
It's okay.
There's officially no technical rule, which I love.
I have at least been
So-
saved from having to perform. Hooray!
I will say
Robin-
he knocks both of the nat ones to prone.
Robin,
Oh.
He is frightened and prone. Okay.
yeah, Robin is head still hurts. He's not having a good day.
Nia just goes flat on her face.
We could have avoided this if we had just taken the crystals and run.
We could have avoided this if we hadn't attacked the dragon.
Moment that the players start blaming each other is the greatest
No.
moment.
No, nobody's blaming anything. We knew this was happening.
You
Okay.
slept
Chrome.
since the last time I had a sworn enemy, right?
How long?
I can't remember. Oh no, we haven't slept. Fuck. Never mind.
Alright, so is it
No.
25 for Vale?
Can I do like a surprise? Can I do a reaction to the lava pouring out?
I think this is our reactions, but
Elnaya and Rovan, I guess I need competing rolls to see who goes first.
Well,
Who
I rolled.
fails harder?
Did you also get a forward?
I got a 17. Whoa.
No.
You
Okay.
both got nat ones.
Yeah.
12.
Eris, you got a 19. Nox, what'd you have?
16.
Sorry, was that roll for the roll off for them, Sean?
To the roll off for them.
Yeah. Okay. Because they both got nat ones. So
Right. And then the roll off, she got a 17. I got a 12.
yeah. Okay.
Are they both nat ones with the same bonus?
So I had a 4 total. Or a 5 total.
What's your total there, Naya?
A total of 4 with
Oh.
her dexterity.
So
Okay, so the roll offs wouldn't be necessary then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's a 5. I'm a 4. Yep.
as a free action, Nox wants to yell at Eris. With Rovan, fly past me. I'll make sure you get out.
You're not getting left behind.
Why do I? 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I missing? 1, 2, 3. Who the
Vale,
fuck named
Eris,
Roven?
Nox,
I'm missing
Roven.
Roven. I got a 17 on that one, but she goes first in the group of that. Okay, I think I got it finally set. Vale, you heard a
Yes.
magnificent roar, and the ground is shaking.
And I'm expending all the or like at least 2 of the charges in my cloak to immediately start like slowing this lava down.
I don't think that's possible, but
I mean,
It's not.
I'm
It's
sorry.
it's
Do
more
you have
so
any
just
better
pouring
ideas?
in place. It's not really expanding out.
Awesome. Okay. Cool.
It's
Maybe
more
not.
feel. It's more a bad touch.
Never mind then.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm pulling Malice and I'm waiting. And as soon as I see him, he's getting a dagger through the eye. And I'm quietly like asking Kadros about everything he can tell me about this dragon type and if he knows this thing and what the fuck. You know, all the various questions that should
He
be
will
asked.
inform you that he knows that the two worst things are the mouth and the tail, but the throat doesn't help
Sorry.
either.
so avoid a
Well,
dragon at all
that's
costs.
helpful.
He knows it burrows very well,
Also has dragon breath.
and it knows where we are as long as we're touching the ground.
That much I figured.
Good lord. Give us half a second. I think the cat just destroyed something.
Yeah, cat went stupid.
Cat went
Sent you a message.
stupid, destroyed valuable property. Knife. Okay. Mark will ready his weapon for attempting on feet. Got it. Was there?
Alright. Cat indeed went semi-stupid, not full stupid.
As you were. I'm waiting for him.
I'm waiting on you.
I mean, I can't. I'm readying an attack for him. There's nothing I can do until I see him.
You're doing a hold
Okay.
action.
That's it.
Let's see here. What do I get now? He will. You will watch as, or not watch, but you will continue to feel tremors. This is a big radius. This might be a very big radius. This might be a huge ass radius. Okay. What token are we going to use? We're going to grab this one. So everyone, hit everyone. Okay, if you're in that bubble, I need a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Damn.
Ah, no need to re-roll that.
16?
Yep, Nia rolled another 1.
Seriously? Well, guess what? So did Rovan.
Well, the bard is on the bright side, you know, that's one way to end the arc.
Yep.
So, Echo fails. Regular Merc succeeds.
You do realize that
Knock
this is
Veil?
2 separate nat
Eris?
ones in a row
Or
I
for
know,
both of
it's
us.
delicious.
Nox rolled a 17 and Ale rolled a 12. Fuck.
Eris and Veil?
4.
4?
16.
Oh, this. All right. If you did not get a 15 or above, you are knocked prone.
Oh,
Nia was already prone, so nothing happens.
Now
Yep.
you get to roll around a little further.
It's gonna be a glorious day.
Echo Merc.
All right. Eris, you feel the shaking of the earth as the entire place thunders. The empty globe head you're standing inside knocks you prone as you feel the entire place shake. You feel bits and pieces of the roof starting to fall in here and there. How will you assist your comrades?
would this be a good place to leave it for this session? As
Yeah,
much as I hate to do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, otherwise we're all going to be here until midnight.
Rovan has to be up
Uh,
really early tomorrow.
Thank
Much
you,
as I'd
everyone.
like
And
to not leave this where it is.
It was well, there's not much choice. It's a combat that we're probably not going to win.
Shut
Or-
up, you!
Especially since we're kind of stuck in the room and there's no way out.
We're stuck in the room. There's no way out. It's flooding with magma, and most of us are pretty fucked. So, like, I see no good way out of this. We murder hoboed too close to the sun. Congratulations, everyone.
No.
We will make
We,
it
we
work.
simply murder Hobo the
Okay.
Dragon. No problem. We've killed a dragon. Well, we've dealt with sort of a dragon before.
No, we haven't.
No, you're right. We haven't.
The
Also,
other
this
thing
one
is we have
requires
most
a
of the
31
dragon
to
on
hit.
our
Their
side.
their actions, and he.
Yeah, you were counting there too, hey, Merc?
Yeah.
Yep.
My homies and Hermes, guess who can't roll that for love nor money? It's me, the bard.
Yeah, but you can make it do saves instead.
No, I can't. I'm useless for 10 rounds because I'm frightened, and also I'm prone. I'm
So,
literally.
You,
And,
you,
uh,
you can still attack it.
so, are you attuned to that helmet I gave you earlier?
Think so? I don't remember. My character sheet keeps getting reset because I keep forgetting to save. So let me just.
The stuff that you okay. Let's call Sesh here real quick.
Behind the scenes, for those of you that want to watch behind the scenes, pay us a expletive amount per month, and you will see behind the scenes. No, we love you guys. Just keep enjoying.
Something like that.
Yep, all of the 3 bots that continue to come back. And the few humans. Because
Hopefully,
I'd like to believe that there's a couple of humans that are involved in this too.
I hope there's humans. Anyways, bye guys.